If I told you the things I've seen on my ways, if I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. I've lived 1,000 lives, I piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died just for a single role.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. That was not your speakers. That was us. We just wanted to give you a couple of seconds of contemplative silence before you jumped into how you're going to enjoy the next 3 hours or so of this game. I'm making this all up on the fly, but of course that is my job since I am the game master of Pembrooke Investigations. Thank you for joining us for session 2. This is a Savage Worlds actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG Network, and you can catch up on our past episodes, both Session 0 and Session 1, at happyjacks.org/Pembroke, and you can find all the other shows that Happy Jacks puts on the Happy Jacks Network at happyjackshows.org. Joining me today are 3 players. We are short in Emily today, but that's okay. We know what happens with Zoe roughly, so we will find out exactly and join the rest of our intrepid investigators. I am going to switch over and take a look at this screen, and what that is going to be is I'm going to start with Jay. Jay, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Jay. I am playing Benton Ailes, who is a sort of homebrew creature that Nick and I worked up called a Revenant. He had been alive. He was a soldier in life, died on the battlefield, and has been resurrected and returned to life in order to fulfill a mission. So he's got some issues he's got to deal with, and that's the story of Benton.
Cool. If I can interrupt or interject for just a moment here, I think that detail of him being a soldier is new. I don't think we had known that.
That is newish.
Okay.
Yes.
So he was a soldier and died in battle.
Died in battle relatively recently, a couple of years ago.
Okay, so we will figure out where that was and whether that has any connotation to the rest of the story here.
No.
Cool. All right, I've updated my notes with that. Let's move over to your left. Blythe, who are you playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Blythe. I am playing Analia Torres, a Cambion who is a bit of a quirky, nerdy scientist and kind of a dork. And I'm excited to see where things are going.
Excellent. And then down diagonally over to Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason, and I'm playing Silas Silvestri, a satyr or faun, if you will, detective, part of the Pembroke Agency, and he's escaped the Fae because he's awfully fond of humans.
Aren't we all? Wait, no.
He's less picky than I am.
Excellent. Well, I talked with Emily briefly and mentioned that we're pretty sure that what happens is that Zoe starts feeling ill, and David shows up to go take her someplace safe. And I think you guys are all pleased that she vomits on his shoes and not on yours.
Yes.
I can't imagine why she would be feeling ill.
Yeah. I mean, Bud Light is so good.
How did we wind up with Bud Light of all things?
I think that's just what she said as like a joke that she's a lightweight,
Yeah.
and that's what we got stuck with.
And
All
it was
right.
her 21st
Yeah.
birthday or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And Zoe wanted to have a good beer like Bud Light.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, fancy beer.
Fancy beer.
And all the new friends. So as David pulls away from shift change, the three of you are outside of the bar. I believe we were heading in that direction at the end of last week's session.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the plan?
Well, I think we were going to track down, like we had the direction he was going to walk home, right?
Yeah,
Right,
we were
we're-
heading to a statue, to the statues.
Yeah.
The statue. That's the last place. God, what's the missing guy's name again?
Willem?
Willem. The last place Willem went was in the direction of the statue.
Okay.
The park with the statue.
Cool. Before we get started, does anyone want to recap the last episode for anyone who is joining us on episode number 2? And if not, that is also fine. Going
I think
once.
I can remember. Okay, so we were at work, and this fancy lady, whose name I don't remember, I'm bad with names. I remember details. Brigid shows up. She was very haughty and very fancy, very annoying. And she enlisted us to find her missing husband, Willem. The eagle-eyed among us noted that she had silvery skin, which connotated that she is a were person, but had gone through a procedure so that she does not change. Willem is not a were person.
He's a wolf man.
Oh, he is a wolf man. That's
Yeah.
right. He's
Oh,
a,
But
He's
he's
a
not a
wolver.
were person.
A wolf.
but he's not a were person. He's a wolverine.
Yeah. I'm a were-human in real life.
Every full moon, you turn into a human, and it's awful.
Mhm.
Oh God, it's the worst.
Does that make you
so-
more or less aware?
Oh no. So anyway, moving on rapidly from this before it devolves any further. So we went to Willem's bar, Shift Change, which it turns out is a were bar. Spoke with the bartender, tried to get some information. Generally, everyone loves Willem. Someone had come in, a couple of guys had come in and had sort of given him a hard time that evening, but no one could remember too many details about them, and they left. Willem was not worried about them in particular. While I was there, I made we had a staring contest with the local bully-ish person with a name that I also don't remember. But we turned out Nemo. But since I was there about Willem, he came around and brought his whole little crew around. So we left the bar friends, and we heard this information that the only thing anyone could remember that night is that he left and he walked off in the direction of the statue. And
Great.
I think those are all of the key points.
Sounds good to me. Anyone else want to add anything? Any other details?
I played the piano super good.
Yeah, you
You
did
did
do
play
that.
the piano super good.
That's right.
I drank, but didn't get as drunk as Zoe.
No one gets as drunk as Zoe.
No, you had an excellent cocktail called a Hellion.
Yep.
Which is Campari and Fireball for anyone who wants to recreate this at home. It's
Must be on fire.
Yes, it's currently the official drink of Pembroke. I have no idea if it's any good because I haven't been able to try it either. But if you do, tell me all about it. I'd love to know. We just sort of made up a thing. So you start heading. Well, I guess you exit the bar. Are you going to drive over to the park, or do you want to walk, or what do you want to do?
I think we should walk.
Yeah,
You know,
we
we're
want to
tracing
retrace his
someone's steps. Yeah. Willem walked out, so we should probably walk and see if we see anything of interest or note. It's been a week. No, longer than that. 2 weeks?
Been about a week.
It's been about a week.
Yeah.
About a week. Okay, so it's been about a week, so you never know.
Okay, so you start walking west towards the vacant lot that was described as a quote park in the area. As described before, this isn't a great part of town, so everything is a little bit, a little bit dirty, a little bit dingy. There are some shops that are open. There's a couple that are boarded over. You see some graffiti around that hasn't been cleaned off. Nothing. I would say that it's not the place that you'd look at and feel like I'm going to get attacked or I need to go shower myself in bleach when I get home after I get out of here. But it's not a place that you probably want to spend a lot of time. As you walk through, everything just shows a little bit of neglect and a little bit of age. And so you walk about 2 blocks and you come to a big open area that you had driven past before. It looks like there had been either plans to build something here, or there had been something and been knocked down. But it's about half a city block, and it's just kind of overgrown. There's one section of it that looks like it's been cleared a little way and maybe stamped down, like there's some sort of an impromptu baseball diamond that's going on. There's one section where it looks like people have dragged over some like the benches out of a car and put them and sort of kind of in a conversational circle. And then 2 of the sides are fenced off with chain link fence. It's got like the green fabric that's interwoven and clipped to it with brads. And that has been, a lot of it's been graffitied and there's some holes cut it and stuff like that. But along that side, along one of those sides, you do see a bunch of what look like figures that have been kind of pieced together out of scrap and remnants. A bent up metal sign, some sticks, some other just weird things that have been kind of put into some shapes. And then the ground cover is just kind of weeds and like small patches of grass. There's a couple of wildflowers, and some little scrubby things. But actually, it's a little bit. Clearly, some people like and use this area because there aren't. You don't see what you would expect: broken bottles and things of that nature. So someone is going through here and probably doing a little bit of cleanup and kind of keeping it a rough public area.
I guess we should fan out and see if we can spot any sort of sign, clue, anything that seems out of the ordinary or interesting.
Okay. Anything in particular that you want to take a look at?
I guess we should start maybe at the statues because that was definitely mentioned.
Yeah, I would start at the statues and then work our way around.
All right. So you remember that Corey said that like the city comes in and cleans out the statues periodically. So
yeah,
the number that are there can depend. Sometimes there's like a whole, almost a mural, it looks like, out of these sort of found figure sculptures. Sometimes it's none. Sometimes it's 1 or 2, something like that. You're seeing now there's about half a dozen of these cobbled together statues. There's one that is bigger than the rest, by about half as large. There are 2 that are right next to that, bracketing it on either side, and then a little bit farther away there are 2 that are also standing, bracketing the 6th figure, which is kind of almost looked like it is hunched over, like it's smaller than the rest, but it doesn't look like it's smaller proportionally. It looks like if you quote stood it up, it would be the same size as as the other ones.
Are they all just like human-shaped statues?
Yeah, as far as you can tell. I mean, it's difficult to know in terms of what exactly they are because they're found materials. But they look like they've got 2 legs, 2 arms, torso, and a head, and not. But like it's like they're not smooth, so things kind of stick out.
Sure,
so,
but they're not completely abstract either.
Right. Like looking at them, you can clearly tell that these designate that these are representative of people somehow, but not necessarily. Like they could be humans, they could be fae, they could be something that comes in that sort of layout.
Got it.
But not but not that you would think are abstract or that there isn't any. There's nothing that looks like it's on 4 legs. There's nothing that looks like it has wings or anything like that. But as I said, it's kind of hard to tell because sometimes like a stick is crooked, so there's like a part sticking out. So does that dude have a spike on his shoulder, or is it just that was the stick that this whoever made this used? Don't know. But yeah, definitely looking like they're representations of people.
Quick back up here, Nick. We start with 2 bennies?
Oh, you and Jay both start with 3 bennies. 3 bennies is standard.
Oh, nice.
Blythe has taken an edge called luck, so she starts with 4.
Oh, fancy.
Ooh.
Alrighty,
And
then.
I start with 3. Thank you for reminding me.
I'm gonna need luck, because I am not strong.
Nor am I.
That's right. Half of your bruiser team is gone.
That's
That's
geez,
on
a
you,
bruiser.
Jay.
Boy, it'd be a real shame if there was a fight to break out tonight.
Oh boy.
See,
Who runs and hides behind statues.
Shopping episode.
yes.
So the statues, the biggest one is about waist height. The others are about knee height. Now I
they're
realize that is a
little.
that is a wildly variable version. So let me say the largest is about 3 feet tall,
Okay.
and then the 4 that are the middle size are about 2 feet, and the one that's smaller is about 1 foot tall.
I'm glad you said that. I should have asked. I was picturing like 10-foot tall statues. I don't know why.
Yeah, so was I. I was picturing
No, I was
thinking
thinking
tipping.
dramatic.
Okay, it wasn't just me. That's
All right,
good.
so
Well,
this
now
the-
we understand.
Yeah, the phrase statue does tend to be. Perhaps I should describe them as maquettes.
No, it's fine. Now I'm on the
it's
same
all-
page.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's not. Don't split up too far out of eyesight. I think we should keep track of each other in this situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I think, what if we each take a different statue?
That's a good start.
All right.
Nick, you said there's 6 of them.
Yeah, but they're in sort of like 2 groups. So there's one with the bracket. There's one that got the larger and 2 bracketing figures, and one's the smaller with 2 bracketing
Does
figures.
it look like they're gonna fight it out like the Jets and the Sharks, or like what? Do they interact with each other?
They don't look like they are posed to fight.
Right.
The ones that are about the same height all seem to be posed similarly. They look like they've got sort of like one hand on a hip and another hand raised up
Okay.
on there. The one that's larger is kind of just standing relaxed with the sort of arms at its side. And the head part of that one has actually has the only broken bottle that you've seen here. It's like the bottom part of a bottle, like the base, and then the jagged edges all the way around that's placed on the top.
Like a crown.
On the head of the thing, maybe. And then the other one is, like I said, kind of smaller and hunched over. Between the other two bracketing figures.
But
So
are they facing each other, or are they in? Like the crowny dude and the hunched over guy, like, is the hunched over guy like supplicating to crowny dude?
The one that is hunched over does look like it would be kind of like facing the larger one.
All right.
On there. Let's see. I would say if all of you would give me a notice check, and Jason, you're going to make it just straight. The other two, if you would make that at a -1, at a -2.
Let's say straight-ish.
Yes.
I don't have a good notice.
Okay.
So let's see how this goes.
So at a -2, my notice is 6, so I'm rolling a d4. Correct?
No. You roll a d6. You just subtract 2 from the result.
Oh, okay, cool. So just roll the 1d6.
Yep. Or right, and roll a d6 for your wild die as well.
All right. We've got to pick tonight's wild die. This is tonight's wild die.
I mean, I got a 4 on my d4 and a 4 on my d6. Oh wait, I can roll again, right?
Yeah, your d4 explodes.
Cool.
I got a 3, which is a 2.
Okay. So I got a 4
Okay.
because I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to look up my character sheet because I had changed some stuff in the online thing to match what we were doing last time, and then I didn't actually save it as a PDF. So
is this
Oh,
kind of like
no.
what's happening here with the one
whoa,
that's taller?
Are
Yeah,
you
that's
a
pretty
wizard?
good.
What?
How did you just do that right now?
Yeah.
Damn, Blythe.
Jesus Christ!
Why can't be talented and crap? No one asked for that.
I was trying to picture in my head what was going on, so I was drawing them out.
And
I didn't get what the smaller ones look like, but I got that.
So the smaller ones, the ones on the sides are just like the ones that you drew next to the big guy, next to the big one.
Yeah.
But the one in the middle is like looks like it's on its knees.
Mm-hmm. For people who are just listening, Blythe just whipped out a really, really good sketch of what Nick described that she made, while also rolling dice and participating in the game.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Whatever. No one cares.
Solid. Okay, I did actually roll that wrong. Okay. So I got a 5 on my notice.
Great. So I think that Blythe and Jason both succeeded. Got a 4 or better. Okay.
I got a 4 total. Yeah.
Okay. So you both see worked into the motif of the middle-sized guys. Each one of them has a splash of purple in it. That looks like it is. It's always on the right arm. On all 4 of the figures, which seems like an oddly homogeneous touch, given that they're otherwise made out of found materials and not exactly the same on there. Jason, you notice that the larger figure actually also has a small scrap of purple cloth that is tied. ascot-like on the figure.
And would this purple cloth be similar to the fabric I found at the piano?
It is very similar, yes.
Okay. I think it's time to reapply my fairy dust eyeliner and try out the Detect Arcana spell again.
Now, refresh my memory. You have the arcane background version just called Spellcaster?
Yeah, Wizard, I think is what it's called.
I think Wizard's an edge.
Oh, okay. Then, yes.
So, spellcasting, I believe. How many PowerPoints do you have?
I have 10.
You have 10. Okay, and you used 2 earlier for Detect Magic.
Yep. And then 2 more now, so I'm at 6.
Okay. And the way PowerPoints will regenerate on their own as long as you're not doing anything stressful at the speed of 5 per hour.
Okay.
So you're not. Let's say that you are at 7. It's been long enough that you've gained back 1.
Okay.
For now, and you guys haven't been doing anything too strenuous or crazy. And Blythe, I believe you have 15 PowerPoints.
Oh yeah, I got quite a few.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Great. And then okay, so go ahead and cast your spell.
Oh yeah, I have to roll something, huh?
Yep.
Okay, spellcasting. That's what I thought I was rolling before. I have a D8 in spellcasting, and got a 1 on my D8, but a 5 on the D6. So.
Okay. Good enough for this. So you go ahead and you do your little cast. You dip into the pocket. You give yourself the eyeshadow. Like always, it's perfect. And you start scanning the area. And you do notice that the piece that you took from the piano has not stopped showing magic. And the little ascot piece around the big figure is also glowing faintly is glowing faintly as being magical as well. But none of the other figures are.
Well, Analia, Benton, I believe this scrap I found at the piano may match that ascot-looking thing.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to get closer to it.
Let's get closer. Yeah, why don't we take a look?
But it has a bit of an aura, and I don't know what that's going to mean.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Touch it.
That's been my experience as well, yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Stick it in your mouth. That's always the best way to learn what something is.
Are any of us not the impulsive one?
I am cautious.
Oh, okay. I'm not.
But I'm also curious, so it's really just which one outweighs the other.
Yeah, I took curious as well, without the balance of caution.
Cool. So you bend down for a closer look?
Would there be I don't know what this skill is used for. I have occult, and I'm curious what kind of magic this is, and I thought maybe occult or spellcasting or something could identify what it is that's magic-y about these, or is that not how that works?
No, I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me an occult roll.
Occult. Okay, D8. You are not showing up, but I got a 4 on my D6.
Okay. You can tell that there is a kind of faint, it's not even, I'm trying to just think how to describe it. It is the aura that you're getting from these two scraps of cloth is not strongly magical. If they showed up more strongly, you'd be able to kind of tell what they were. The way that you were able to
More
determine
of a soupçon of magic.
exactly.
The LaCroix of magic spells.
Yes, pretty much. You're pretty sure that what it's showing is some sort of Fae energy.
Oh, okay. That
But
I'm
it's
familiar
sort of-
with.
Yes, but which is probably the only reason that you're really picking this up
Mm-hmm.
in the first place is because you're very familiar with this signature. But it would be sort of the equivalent of like if you had a friend who was previously enjoying marijuana in their house
Mm-hmm.
and then joined you someplace else,
Yeah.
you would like get that occasional whiff. It wouldn't be like overpowering necessarily, but you
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, I know what you're doing,
Uh-huh.
a half an hour ago before you came and joined me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sort of thing. So that's kind of the amount of Fey energy you're picking up off of these two things.
Okay.
Okay. Does the purple look significant? I mean, obviously, like, there's purple on the statues putting their arm up, and there's purple on that guy. So, I mean,
Well,
have-
the larger figure is the only one that has
the ascot. Yeah.
right, like a cloth
Yeah.
on it. The others just have someone was able to find like bits of wrappers that had that had some purple on them, or like a tattered part of a sports team jersey that had purple on it.
I guess more, would we know of any groups, or like would there be like a common group or gang possibly that like that purple is a signifier of? Is that a common knowledge roll if
Yeah.
I want to try and think of that?
Like a Fae gang.
Yeah.
Sure.
They're
You know
a
what? Yeah,
thing?
Yep.
I'd say that that's a common knowledge roll for the city and for you guys to have information about.
Okay.
I think a gang of Fae is called a gay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
A gay
That's-
fang.
Yeah. GAE.
The tracks.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know a single straight Fae. Okay, so I rolled a 4.
Okay. Nothing comes to mind. Are you trained in occult as well?
No.
Okay.
I'm all the weird science stuff.
Okay.
Weird science?
Jason, do you want to make?
Yeah, because I
You know what,
assume we're just sort of discussing all of this in character as we're going, and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so did you say a cult?
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh, that's a 7. Okay, I got a 7.
Great. Okay. There isn't a gang or an affiliation that you are aware of locally with this color purple. Like, it's not, as we were saying, there isn't some kind of like Fae associated gang or anything that uses a color like this. On there. And then with occult, you know that the color purple is used by a lot of groups. It shows up periodically in myths and legends. It will usually has kind of a denotion of being a royal color, of being a dark, mysterious color. Sometimes it's associated with underworld beings because it's dark. Sometimes it's associated with beings that combine multiple aspects because it's a combination sort of color on there. So it has a lot of different connotations depending on what it is in relation to. And I would say without more context clues, it's difficult to pin down. But maybe some additional research would be worth it to try and narrow anything like that down.
Well, I'm great at research.
Oh, I know you are.
That's not exactly true.
I don't have. Was there a research skill?
Yeah, I thought
there
didn't
is.
you crush it? I thought you like maxed out your research skill.
No, I didn't take a research
Oh,
skill.
that was my joke. I thought you were like the research master.
I thought I did take it, and now I'm looking at it, and I'm like, wait, did I not take research? What is
Oopsie.
wrong with me? I should have taken research.
Think.
Well, it's probably okay to swap some points around, right?
Yeah, we can figure something out.
I'll figure it out. Oopsie. Oopsie doodles.
Yeah.
Oopsie doodle, indeed.
Yeah, I think everyone was kind of like you had sort of nailed that down, but then when you ended up getting rid of Investigator, that changed up. But
yeah, I mean, I
No
have
worries.
it, but it's a d6 minus 1, so that's not great.
Could I just do like a straight smarts roll as my research?
well, the thing about research is that you need more like to go on. So, for example, you could probably start hopping on your phone and trying to check things out to get access to it, or Silas might go to a library or start combing other sorts of materials, but it's not something that you generally can just do on the fly.
True, I did take Jack of all trades, but
that's true. So you can try and get that skill on a temporary basis.
might.
Question for you, Nick. Can
yes.
I have found the one library in Covenant that doesn't have computers with internet access? Like they were stick in the mud and said, no, this is a library and we're not going to have the internet here.
Sure.
There's one somewhere. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine. I'll go there later.
There's one. They were, they received the money in order to upgrade and put them all in, but they put them all in one room, then put a locker on that room.
Yeah, and never turned them on. They're all like
never
Apple
turned them on.
IIe's from 1986.
So sure, they're absolutely there's a library that does not have internet access.
Okay.
For
Just
you
wanted to
and the
establish
others.
that in the fiction. So thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, so I want to take a closer look at the one that's like kneeling.
Okay. It is. You can tell it's actually. Were like looking at the proportions, were it to be standing, it would be somewhere in between the size of the medium-sized ones and the large one. Wouldn't be as big as the large one, but it'd definitely be taller than the regular-sized ones, or the middle-sized ones. It is just made out of a lot of different, materials. You can see that there was a who's the company that makes fish sticks? Gorton's. There's like a Gorton's wrapper that's used for part of it.
I feel like that was an important clue.
Or I'm just fucking with you.
I never.
And then it's just kind of tied together with other bits and bobs. There's no real distinguishing features for it. It doesn't have doesn't have the purple blaze that any of the other ones have, and it's if you were to, I would say it looks like its head is down, like it's kneeling or being forced to kneel or supplicating. Yeah, exactly like that.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna. I drew it.
So
Okay.
it doesn't have its hands up. It looked like you had their hands
Oh
up.
yeah,
like
I
it was
wasn't sure if
praying.
I had it in a couple different. I drew it 2 different ways, and then I overwrote
Yeah.
what I did.
No worries. But it looks like it's been forced to the ground. So the hands are sort of in front of it
Okay.
on there.
So it looks like it's forcibly being put before this kind of king figure.
That would certainly be a valid interpretation.
Shoved there. Yeah.
Okay. And there's no like writing or signatures of any kind or nothing to like signify who might have made this.
Nothing that's incorporated into the figures that isn't like, a wrapper that was used to tie something together on there.
Okay.
That,
Is there anyone else around?
No, I mean there have been like a couple of people that have been walking by. It's about 5:00, so you're coming out at a time when, you don't have. You're not seeing a lot of kids. You're not seeing a lot of people yet. Come out of their jobs or start walking through the area. There have been a couple of people that have sort of walked by the park. Someone cut across diagonally. As they were getting something else, but no one is paying really any special attention. It is right up against the one of the fences where the 2 fences join in that corner on there. And there's some graffiti that's sprayed around it and stuff, but nothing that looks like it is directly related to the figures.
Okay.
Although, Jason, would you make me a notice roll at a let's say -1?
okay. Notice is a d6. I'll use the green die as the wild die. Oh, how about a 1 and a 2? 1, 2, 3.
Cool. So it's pretty much as described. You just have.
Oh, you know what? Can I use a Benny to re-roll those?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, so I re-roll both of them, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's a 5 and a 2.
Okay.
So
and that's after the -1.
that's a 4 and a 2.
Okay.
Or a 4 and a 1, I guess, right? Because
Right.
it applies to both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But a four is a success, so that's all you
Well,
need.
there's a question. If I have a -1, but I roll a 6, does it still explode?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The penalty is taken at the end of the roll.
So I could roll a 6, explode, get a 1, and still get a 6.
Exactly.
I like it. That's funny.
Yep. And pluses work the same way. So if you have a bonus to a die roll, same effect.
Okay.
That's actually what just happened to me. I rolled a 4, re-rolled the dice, got a 1, so I still got a 4.
Yeah.
That happened to me just a second ago.
That's funny. Okay, I'm getting a handle on the dice system now. I'm kind of new to role playing games, so just be patient with me.
Yeah, I know. We're definitely taking it easy on you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
In case people don't know, Jason has designed a role-playing game.
Oh,
That's in case you're just listening and you don't know.
That was
us
not
very
what
well.
I was trying
That
to
was
set
a
up.
I know,
It's
but
more
I'm
that
just
I'm
letting
very
people know
old.
that it's. In any case, you do notice that one of the pieces of graffiti has sort of incorporated into what looked like a flourish on it. One of the same kind of little sigils you saw on the scrap from the bar.
Okay, I'm going to get that out and see if I can kind of piece together the thing that's on. Actually, I think I'm just going to take that ascot off the statue.
Okay.
Because I want to get a closer look. It's little, right? The statue's like I don't have to climb up something to get to it.
I mean, they're on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the ground. It's about 3 feet tall.
Yeah, okay.
So you're just going to lean over a little bit and take it off. It's sort of tied around a piece, so you can untie it and pick it up. It doesn't react when you touch it. So it just seems like it's another little piece of the same type of cloth that you have from the bar, but with no sigils or anything on it.
Can I see, like, was this torn off of a piece of this cloth, or are they just similar?
I would say they just look similar. It would be really tough to tell if they were, torn together.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to take those over to the sigil on the graffiti and just see if I can make any sense out of it.
Okay. You can see that the graffiti that it comes off to, it looks like it says it looks like it might be, it's definitely letters, it might be a couple words or a word, you're not sure, but it says in the big poofy style, and I don't know graffiti style, so I apologize for anyone. My word picture is not going to be great here.
Like tagging.
Yeah, exactly. And it says THECU. And those look like they might be two different words because there's some spacing there.
It's not a great start.
The T is capitalized and the C is capitalized.
Yeah, I bet.
So like the CU?
Could be.
The cuneiform.
That's right.
Really?
That's the most likely. Yeah.
You've solved my Sumerian puzzle.
Yeah.
The Customers Union?
CU.
Yeah.
Customers Union.
Customers Union.
Customer.
Costumer.
Costumer.
No, like,
That's
costume.
CO.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but the union.
Costumer Union.
Like the IATSE
As an
local 170
acronym
or something.
I think this is an in-character confusion. That it's just I've just turned it into an in-character confusion of like.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
What do you mean?
The U is lowercase, right?
Yes.
So the.
Oh, okay, so it's one. It is one word.
It's two words or one word?
I'd say you would probably think it is two words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Capital
words.
the, capital
Q.
CU.
Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a pic. In character, Analia's gonna walk over and take a picture with her phone
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and be like, just for later, gonna scan that. What's the, like, she's gonna turn to Silas and just gonna be like, what's the significance of that fabric? Like, I know you said it might be magical, but like...
It has the residue of the presence of the Fae, whether it was in the Fae or somebody powerful of the Fae was holding it. It has it is a memory of the Fae in the fabric. And I can't piece together why that would be. They both have it, but it doesn't look like this piece came off of here.
Can I see?
Yeah, of course.
Take them and try to compare the fabrics and see if I don't know if I've seen this type of fabric before and see if they look similar.
It is I was listening to last week's episode, and it is finer than a denim or a canvas, but it's rougher than fabric that you would use to like make a garment out of. Somewhere in between. Like, I don't know exactly what weight it would be, but I think we've all kind of seen or felt something like that.
Kind of burlappy, or like...
It's finer than that. Like, it's not as rough as burlap would be. But like Jason had asked was this somebody's coat? And it would be an odd fabric to make a coat out of, because it wouldn't be kind of nice enough to wear, but it would be tougher than something else. He actually said, "Oh, it's dice bag material."
Right, I forgot about that.
Oh, like this one?
Sure, like that's probably a good representation.
Yeah,
of-
it's like
of
it would
the
be
type of
weird to
fabric.
make clothes out of that fabric,
Right,
but
but it's also not quite tough enough that you would use it for like canvas or denim or something.
right.
Okay.
The CU. Just to back to that, does it look like they were interrupted?
Oh yeah, where's the rest of the word?
It looks complete.
Oh,
Like it's got like the U has a border, and then off of the U is that flourish that was the same as one of the
the
Okay.
Q or
the
coup.
sigils.
Okay.
The Q, the coup.
Are there any like well-known, like in the Fae court of somebody called the like maybe they're called that for short, or it's like a nickname, or I don't know, like a political group or something?
If you hadn't started with a penalty to common knowledge, what would your common knowledge be?
Well,
Would it-
I didn't put any points into it, so it's nothing.
Oh, so it would still just be a D4?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a D4 common knowledge, no penalty.
Oh, okay.
Because this pertains to something that you are.
This is like
in fact
my
somewhat
weird
aware of.
common knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's okay. I'm gonna spend another Benny.
All right.
I want to know this. The problem is I'm rolling with my left hand, and it knows what it did. See, that is a 6 and a 4 on the 6-sider and the 4-sided die.
Excellent.
So those explode to a 9 and a 7. So I'll take the 9, Alex.
Great. The only thing that you can think of, which would be sort of representational, is in Irish pantheons,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that's you're not. I guess no, you're fawn, you're satyr, so you're not. That's not exactly your bag.
Yeah, I think
But-
we're sort of distantly related.
Right. But you got to raise. So in Irish pantheons, a coup is a dog,
Huh.
a fairy dog,
Okay.
and you would also like vaguely know that like the Irish hero Cuchulainn
Uh-huh.
was the Hound of Cullen.
Uh-huh.
So coup roughly means hound in many cases.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So, friends, if this is related to the part of the Fae that I think it is, then this would be equivalent to the Hound, which is probably a title more than identifying a canine creature of some kind.
Was someone watching too much Game of Thrones?
I would think so.
Yeah. But also, we're looking for a wolf man who went missing around here.
Oh, that's a good point.
Did
Benton.
anybody? So there was, Benton. You met some guys who said that, Willem got followed
Well, yeah. Well, they didn't
or
say.
met up with some humans.
No, they said. So some guys came in. A couple of humans, or at least human-appearing guys, came in and were hassling him. And then they talked. He talked to them for a little while. They left of their own accord. They left shift change. And anyone who asked him about it, he said it is fine, nothing to worry about. And then at the end of the evening, after he left, one of Nemo's guys was left around the same time or was outside and maybe saw which way he went or if anyone followed him.
Did they say what those they were wearing?
They said they were real nondescript. They had seemed to have not difficulty, but no one seemed to remember particularly what they looked like or what they were wearing.
Well, that's kind of what our badges are like.
Yeah,
Wait.
good point.
That's kind of, how we get around without being really noticed.
Oh, that's an interesting point.
Okay.
Maybe they weren't so normy after all.
Maybe not. The plot like good soup.
Wait, could the coup figure be that king over there?
I think it's probably more likely the little guy in the middle.
The supplicant.
Yeah.
Being forced to bend to
Bend the knee to the king.
Someone's really watching a lot of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is canon, and I'm gonna canonize that a lot of fantasy people watch it.
100%, except that it goes 9 seasons and they're all good.
Well, I was gonna joke that all the Fae people watch it and make fun of it because it's all inaccurate.
Okay, well, I'll speak for all of the I'll speak for all the normies. The normies love it. Like, it is a beloved show that went 9 seasons. Everyone is super happy with the ending. It was completely satisfying and logical and made sense.
And all of the mythical creatures are like, that's not how that works.
Right. Like, well, and I think that there's prevailing camps of people on the mythical spectrum, and some of them who are like, good, we don't want them to know how it works, and there's some who are like, yes, but it's insulting and not representative of what it should be.
Listen, I want representation in media.
We all agree that's important.
Yep.
Yeah. No, so so many Game of Thrones references in my mind. So this hound figure is kneeling to this king figure. Do you know any do you have any context? Is this your realm of Fae, or is this like a cousin of a cousin of a cousin? Like, how's...
Oh, it's probably the Irish realm, which is I'm less familiar with. But it occurs to me that the name Brigid is...
and Willem is Irish, right?
Is it?
Not the name, but the Wolver is... They were
Scottish, I think.
They were Scottish.
Scottish, Irish, what's the difference?
Same difference. Don't ever tell an Irish person you ever said that. Or a Scottish person.
Yep.
Or really anyone else.
Yep. I'm all of those things.
Let the Scots or the Irish listen to this podcast.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, we'll find out soon. That's happyjacks.org /forums.
Yeah, they were Scottish, or at least Willem is Scottish. She had an Irish accent, though.
That's right. She is definitely Irish, and definitely a were person who doesn't want to be a were person.
I wonder what her were form.
Ooh, true.
She perhaps hound-alike.
It could be, but she's suppressed her ability to do so.
Maybe she's part of this gang? Or was part of this gang and suppressed her ability to do so because of this gang?
To get out of the gang.
She seemed pretty genuinely worried about Willem.
Yeah, I don't think she's the cause of it, now that we don't have Zoe here to tell us that it was Brigid.
Right?
But maybe her old affiliation came after her husband.
Yep.
And
maybe
did
we should
so
go
to get at her.
Maybe we should go talk to her.
Yeah, it sounds like we have some questions for her. She might, if she's Irish, she might know something about this, and maybe that purple will ring some bells.
Yeah.
Though, I do note, so the area looks relatively cleaned up except for those statues.
Yeah, like in terms of
there's not a lot of garbage.
Yeah, exactly. Like someone probably goes through here periodically and picks up and sweeps up broken bottles and things like that. Like, sure, there's some trash around, but it's not. Like, you don't see old stuff the way that you will, like, when trash gets blown into the weeds or next to the fence and then sits there forever and gets,
Yeah.
degrades and junky. There's nothing like that. Anything that's in there, like, seems relatively fresh. So someone's going through and doing some kind of cleanup.
Mm-hmm.
How fast did we notice the statues?
Since you came looking for them, knowing that they were going to be there, you pretty much, I assume that you saw them fairly quickly.
Okay.
Like, they're not on a pedestal or anything. They're just sort of arrayed in the back corner by the fence. But they're not hidden either. Like, there's nothing that would stop you from seeing them. And then, like, as you got closer, you'd be able to make them out better.
Okay. I was positing a theory that maybe these purple pieces of fabric work the way our badges do.
That's not a bad
So-
theory. I wonder, out of character, Nick. So with my Detect Arcana, none of the statues looked like magically imbued.
Correct.
Okay, they're just mundane piles of garbage.
Yep.
Hey, they're artistic piles of garbage. You
That's what I said.
can put that in a museum.
Someone took time and effort to make these things.
Out
Let's
of
just
garbage.
let's just not like crap on them immediately.
I didn't say they were bad. Is that garbage?
It's art now.
All right.
Another man's garbage is another man's treasure. Something. or other.
Sure.
Yeah. I think it might be time to pay a visit to the wife.
Yep. I think that's a reason. I think that's what should be our next stop.
Great. I'll drive.
No. You will not.
Definitely not.
Okay. One day.
Can't. No.
No.
Maybe if you learn.
How will I
Pay for
learn if
drive-
you never let me drive?
Pay for driving lessons. They are a
Yep.
thing.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
You have benefits. Dame Helen Mirren pays us very well. You can afford this.
All right.
Once you've taken a bunch of driving lessons and passed the test, and then driven for a while, then you can drive the car.
You gotta get the little star on your license that says you're a good driver so that you can get good insurance.
Well,
and
they give you a
then we'll
star.
let you drive.
I like that.
I will be right back. Give me 1 second. I need water.
The
Quick, let's talk about Star Wars.
yeah. I like Star Wars.
It's great. It's got stars and wars.
Uh-huh. Yep, that's true. It has both of those
Yes, it-
things.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
It takes place in stars.
Yep.
There's lots of wars.
Yep, lots of wars.
I've spent a lot of time just over the course of my life thinking about the physics of lightsabers. It's like absorbed a significant percentage of my lifelong brain power. And I think, what if I had never heard of Star Wars? Like, there would be no energy devoted to thinking about this.
You probably know another language.
Probably, yeah.
I think about these things a lot because I'm like, yeah, I know too much about Star Wars and I've spent a lot of my life thinking about it. I would probably know so many other much more useful things.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
still wonder why there aren't more, there should be more Jedi without hands, because they give lightsabers to 12-year-olds.
yeah, that's
Magic force.
true. Yeah, well, they
field.
get robot hands. Those are easy to get.
That's true. They do. They hand those out pretty willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Yep. Prosthetics are real common in Star Wars, apparently.
Yeah.
Yep.
They've got prosthetic technology down.
Well, but the number of lightsabers and vibroblades going around, like, they figured that stuff out pretty quick.
Exactly. Like, really, that's going to be...
Blast doors that close inconveniently.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Aggressively.
I think about that a lot.
Yep.
How many people have died in blast door accidents?
Those blast doors do not give a fuck about you.
No, they do not.
Yeah,
It's like the lawyers on TV. Have you ever been injured in a blast door accident?
Yeah.
Call Ronto Rano.
What a pull.
Ronto, Rios, and Associates.
Wow. Well done. That was good.
All right. Now that we've
Nick,
previously
while you were
talked
away,
about this.
we solved the mystery, Nick. The wife did it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me 2 minutes then, and let me figure out what's next.
Yeah. Cool.
And you guys arrested her and everything?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
Threw her
Alright.
in jail and
Okay.
everything.
Those some good exploding rolls, I assume.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
All
confessed
lots of
almost
sixes.
immediately. Yep. Yeah, it was so many sixes.
Oh, we got a bunch of XP too. I meant to tell you about that. I wrote it down. It was like 40 XP, something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah. Is that a lot?
Sounds-
I don't know how
yeah,
this game
yeah.
works.
I don't know.
That sounds legit. Yeah, there's an XP system. I'm not using it.
Oh, okay.
I'm basically just doing like when I think it's appropriate for everyone to get advances, I'll give out advances.
I like that.
For that, it just makes it easier because who's got time for that bookkeeping of?
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I prefer a milestone style.
Yeah. Although I did think about snagging some of those questions from the Tales from the Loop, Tales from the Flood sort of thing, because I'd like that system, but I didn't. So here we are. Milestone it is.
One day. All right, so we're gonna go see the wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. So you hop in the car and you start driving, and it is just it's just another couple blocks further on. All told, it's it's a little farther than that. Let's say it's all told, you'd say that it's probably about 2 miles from the bar or so. Like well
right,
within the
'cause
range.
he's used to walking home. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
a reasonable walking space. But nice to be picked up every once in a while for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
The address is a big high rise. So a large building. I guess maybe not high rise size, but it's a good 30 stories or so. It's
Okay.
a big
Apartment building.
yeah, it's a big apartment building, and it has the styling of kind of like the older part of the city, where like the first 10 stories are all there's like a not exactly a facade, but there's like decorative touches that you don't see in modern architecture. Like this is something that was built probably in the 20s or 30s or something like that. And so
like some Art Deco stuff and
yeah, like over the first 3 floors, the windows all are arched and they've got like fake stone that's on them, and there's like cherubs at the corners carved
Creepy.
into the cornices.
That's cherubs are creepy.
And then
Is that Silas's greatest fear? Cherubs.
No, what was my fear? I have spiders. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
legitimate fear.
yeah. But for him, it's creepy because it's like Uncle Eros is sitting there looking
Yeah,
at everybody.
it's weird.
So it's it's like that for like the first 10 stories, and then it's vastly simplified as it goes up the other 20 stories on there. But like clearly this was a built during the time when a little more thought and personality was given to buildings instead of just slabs of whatever.
Well, somebody's not a fan of the international style. Okay. All right.
What can I say? I like curlicues. I like little little flourishes, things like that.
I also
on
like
there.
curly fries.
Yep. Same.
The awning over the front door says the Rockway.
Ooh.
Rockway.
It's 6419 is the street address, the Rockway. Green awning, gold letters, and then some steps that lead up to the front doors on there. You're able to find some parking, but not right in front of the building. And this is all metered areas, but within half a block you can find a place to pull in.
I was just about to ask. I'm like, what's the parking situation like in this city?
Oh, it's garbage.
Great.
Oh, great.
This is why we walk most places.
It's based on LA, right? Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, just like everyone walks in LA.
It's New York and LA had a child.
Oh, yeah, I like that idea.
Which actually is probably a good city.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
With like a functional subway system and people not obsessed with their cars.
Yep.
Things close enough together that you don't need a car. Oh boy, I just got real excited about this pretend city.
Build the pretend city you want to see in the world. That's
Yeah.
what I always say.
So yeah. What day is it? Do we need to pay the meter?
It's Friday, so yeah, you still
yeah.
have to pay the meter.
Like, does anybody have coins? This isn't one of the card ones.
Oh, I carry cash. Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pay the meter. And unless
Okay.
we're lucky enough that it's already paid up.
No, it's going to cost you a couple bucks to,
All right.
to get a couple hours on there.
Okay.
Too bad.
Right. Well,
$2. Okay, got it.
Yeah. That you have all in like nickels and dimes
Of course.
out of a pocket.
Mm-hmm.
oh god.
Um,
Just why are you like this? Analia's just looking at you like as you do this, and it's just like
Like what? It's not the same pocket as the fairy dust. I wouldn't keep it in there.
there's so much. There's better coins at least.
Well, I have quarters too. It's just these are the ones that nobody wants.
For a reason.
Well, I could pay the parking meter.
Just staring like. One day you're gonna find out Fae invented parking meters, and you're gonna be very upset.
That wouldn't surprise me. They're evil, so yeah.
so the lobby of the Rockway is very sparse. There's a couple of potted trees. There's a board that has names and numbers and like an intercom, and then there are some elevators. There's 2 elevators that are off to the side, and then there's some framed portraits about, hey, it's great to live here, and talk to our leasing office and all that sort of stuff, and another small billboard that looks like, or a corkboard that looks like it's not probably not, it doesn't fit the rest of the aesthetic. It looks like someone probably put that up by themselves rather than going through the owners association, that has little neighborhood notices and stop taking my mail and passive aggressive notes and things like that on there too. On there, but on the board you do see Khalid and the number to call up if you want to talk with her.
All right.
Buzz.
Buzz a buzz.
And you hear her voice after a moment of waiting for the answer. I and who in this?
Pembrooke Investigations. We have some questions we would like to ask you about,
Do you have Willem? Come on up. And you see a light go off on one of the elevators.
All right. Well, we'll go up.
She'll
but
find out.
yeah.
We never said we have him with us, so that's.
We did not say that.
We're in the clear.
Nope, I said I had questions.
Yep.
She made some assumptions.
Yep.
That's on her.
She leapt to a lot of conclusions.
I feel like this is our elevator conversation.
Exactly. Just making sure we're all in the right here, that she made the assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, she 100% assumed.
Got it. Okay, cool.
That was all
All right.
her.
So the elevator goes to the 16th floor,
Mm-hmm.
and then it opens up, and you can see that their apartment is off to the left. So you head over to that. It's apartment 1612, and she's actually waiting at the door. She's got the door open and looking down the hall. Where is he? Is he all right?
That's so. We have questions for you because we found some hints, but there might. Well, there's been some notice of. Well, Silas, you explain. You know more about this Fae
Why
stuff,
don't
except when it comes to the internet.
Why don't we go inside and sit down? We just have some follow-up questions for you, and we've come across some information and just want to try to get some more.
Yeah.
So let's step inside.
Fine, if it'll help. And she opens the door and lets you go through and closes the door. As you walk in, the decor of the apartment is I don't know what the actual term is for it, but it's a lot of leather and chrome. And if she were to put on a clear raincoat and start talking about great, I can't remember the album now, but what I'm making is an American Psycho reference.
Oh, right.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it's
So like kind of
go ahead.
just like clean, very clean, but like the couch is definitely like leather, but because his aesthetic was very like clean and shiny.
Yes, it almost looks like people don't actually live here,
Mm-hmm.
but you can see the personal touches that people do live here. There are a couple of some pictures. There's a small flowering plant on the counter of the kitchen. There's but like all of the furniture is chrome and black leather.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
So they seem like they're not hurting for money.
No, probably not. Although, you don't know. Probably not. We'll say.
Yeah, definitely does not seem like it.
Yeah, I mean, they pay us a retainer, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was kind of shocked to find out the woman's husband, the woman who affords to pay us a retainer,
It's a
husband
honky
works
tonk.
at a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a sweet guy all around.
Yep.
Not hurting for money? ?
Yeah. So we went to Shift Change, the bar where Willem works and where he was last seen, and
they were talking to you, were they?
Yeah.
Yes, we had
Yes.
a great conversation with them, actually, and we have some preliminary information.
Stuck up. Yes. About Willem, what's happened?
Well,
Stuck up?
well, we know she doesn't care for the folks at Shift
they don't
Change.
care for her.
That's
Always looking down their noses at someone who's just trying to live their life. Always being full of themselves and getting involved in other people's business.
Oh, did they give you trouble when you made your decision?
You could say they gave me trouble. She is clearly upset at that. There's bad blood.
Yeah. Well, ma'am, let's go. Let's just sit down for a minute, and I'm trying to focus her attention on me because everything's about me. No, that's. But I am okay with people, so I'm just trying to sort of steer her to where she would feel comfortable to sit down and chat with us.
she will kind of be guided into the living room space, but she is pacing, not sitting. And what she says is, I hired you to find out about my husband, not to dig into my life and my relationships with the people at the bar. Do you have information about him or not?
I do, and I'm sure you could understand how looking into your husband's whereabouts could overlap somewhat. That was not our intention. But I wonder if you knew he liked to visit the park between here and the bar?
That rundown lot? Yeah.
Okay.
He won't listen to me. I told him it's not safe to hang out in that area after dark. But he insists that it's important. So I wish he wouldn't, but he won't listen to me on that.
Okay. Well, we found a bit of fabric that had a hint of magic, and
Show her.
We have to comment on it now, right? Well, we have to talk about what Blythe did.
What Blythe did. Blythe, first of all, take a Benny.
Yeah.
For those of you listening at home, she typed into the chat about the whereabouts, WERE abouts. So,
You turn into an about on the full moon.
Yep.
Which is courtesy of continuity drift.
Yeah,
from
well
chat.
done. Yep. That's a good follow-up move. Combo breaker.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, that derailed the moment here.
That was a lot. I loved it.
I said it in chat to stop from derailing the moment.
It was too good though. Your power overwhelmed. So in the park there was fabric that seemed to match some fabric from his piano at the bar. And I'm wondering, and I have like the little, purple, like the little ripped piece. Like, does this look like anything he owned?
So you're like holding one piece up in both hands, sort of like that?
Yeah.
She walks over to it and she goes, Gods and saints, that's a hideous color. No, I wouldn't allow something like that in the house.
Oh. Would it be all right if we just look through his things to see if there's, like, maybe has something squirreled away?
She crosses her arms and looks at you. You want to be going through his things.
There might be hints.
He's not here. I can assure you of that.
Right, but there may be some clue as to where he went in his accoutrement.
Yep.
Has he ever come home unnaturally late, or did he ever mention having a run-in with some figures at the shift change?
No, sometimes he spends more time in that lot than I'd like him to, and his home. But he's not particularly late. There have been some people who give him a hassle because he's a big man and they want to show how tough they are against a big man.
Oh yeah, it happens to me all the time. Yep.
Not so much, no.
Yeah.
I assume that was in character?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. For in character, I will give that a Benny because I thought I really liked it. I like the image of the small guy going, oh yeah, absolutely, I understand.
Yeah, for a reminder for the audience, Silas is like 5'8", 5'9", and like $140, dripping wet, maybe. Like
tiny.
Yeah. He's just slight. He's a smaller person.
Slight, yeah.
So
meanwhile, Analia is like towers.
Yeah, by far. Well, no, not by far the tallest person in the room because Benton is here as well.
I'm tallish.
Benton is tall.
Tall.
Yeah. No, that's why I was saying not by far. Because everyone else was like five something and change.
Yep.
Brigid and Silas.
Yep.
Sometimes he's out later than I'd like. hanging out in that lot and talking to people and looking at the garbage that's out there stacked up sometimes. But he always comes home at almost always comes home at a reasonable time, and most people don't want to tangle with him, and the ones that do, he's good about talking down, or occasionally I've had to step in and take care of him myself.
I see.
So, have you ever stopped to take a look at the statues down there yourself?
Why would I spend time looking at garbage that someone's stacked up in an empty field? I have better things to do with my time. If I want to look at something beautiful, there are lots of other things that I can do. There's museums, there's things online.
I don't think it's fair to call it garbage.
No, it's actually quite nice.
We're not here to debate art.
Sorry.
Well, that's good, because that's not art.
Okay.
We're here about Willem, right?
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
You think that going through his clothes is going to help you find him?
Perhaps if
there might be some hints.
If it can give us a lead, it's worth the effort, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fine. Here.
I'm sorry to intrude. I know this is a difficult time.
She walks down the hallway and throws open the bedroom door and stands by the bed, arms crossed, glaring at you.
Okay.
One last question, though. Does the phrase "the Q" mean anything to you? The CU?
The Q, Ku means hound, but
this is the capital C, lowercase u.
Yep, like a title.
Yes, a title, a name, a self-appellation.
Mm.
No, nothing comes to mind. Is that important? Did that person take my sweet Willem?
There's no indication of that
Yes.
yet. It's just
No.
part of the puzzle.
It was part of the artwork that he likes to go see. There was some graffiti that mentioned it as well.
It doesn't mean anything to me except in the old tongue. It means dog, hound, on there. But no, I don't know of anyone who's using that name. It would be frankly insulting if you were to use that name. You're saying that you are nothing better than a dog. That you are
It's pejorative.
a guard or someone who belongs to somebody else.
Oh,
Is there
that's
any-
not good.
Is there any dogs? Cue the dogs. Are
Who
there
the
any
dogs?
Who let them out? Are there any stories
Woof.
around
Woof, woof. Sorry.
That's all right. Stories around the Q or the coup that are common or like well known.
Like they're fairy dogs that hunt, I guess, at the wild hunt. But
Oh,
that hasn't been seen in years, not in this area. Anyway, there's Cullen, the hero. I don't.
I show her pictures of the statues because I took pictures on my phone. I'm like, see how there's this kind of king figure here, and one that's kind of being forcibly knelt down to it. Does
You're
this look-
spending your time taking pictures of garbage when my husband has been missing on a week.
Listen, your husband liked these and went and visited them a lot. This could be a clue
some
into where
reason.
he went.
Fine, but no. I mean, this looks like a bunch of garbage that someone tied together.
Also, your husband is a wolfman?
He's a wolver.
Okay.
Uh,
Hound?
well,
No, he's a wolver. Are you are
Could somebody potentially
Are
have
you a
wanted
devil?
him for his skill?
are you a Satan?
I mean, I'm half.
Okay. We didn't mean to make this personal, Analia. That's...
No.
Yep.
It's like my point. Do you think anybody could have wanted to potentially hurt him for what he is?
What he is the nicest, sweetest,
Yes,
kindest
I
man
know.
Right, okay.
Ever. Or like,
But people don't all know that. If you can think of any groups in town that may have followed this belief, or maybe know something, maybe another Irish Fae group, if you can think of anything.
Any anti-wear
Around that.
sentiment in the city?
well, he's not aware.
No, he's not aware.
He's a wolver.
I'm sorry.
It's Wolver are peaceful, and anyone who knows anything about them or has met any of them have known that they're all kind and generous. And like anyone, of course, they can be pushed too far. But there's no... it would have to be an extraordinary measure for a wolver to be anything other than kind. Willem has never met a person that he hasn't wanted to help, that he hasn't wanted to feed or carry their burden for a while, or their package, or any other thing that
That's
could be of
very
assistance.
helpful. If he stopped to help someone in the park, or had plans to help someone. So if it's okay with you, I'll just go through his closet and his drawers here, and I promise I'll leave everything intact and ask you before I move something, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, get on with it.
Okay. And I will begin my search.
I can't imagine a single person who would know him and want to do him harm, unless there's someone who is just true evil and is just wants to hurt the nicest person ever. I can't imagine of anyone being an enemy who's known him for more than 5 minutes.
I don't necessarily mean... So you mentioned Fae dogs who hunt at the Wild Hunt.
Yeah.
Can you just elaborate a little bit more on that story?
It's a story. They've been in the
Or do you have text?
in the old country. There hasn't been a wild hunt here.
Do you think someone maybe could be trying to start one?
Sure, but what does that have to do with Willem? He's not Irish. He's not a hound.
No.
I can't think of what he would have to do with the wild hunt anyway.
Well, somebody may have wanted to conscript his service to the hunt.
That.
Fine, I suppose in this hypothetical world that you've created where the hunt is a thing coming around, someone could have wanted to recruit him for God only knows what purpose. It would be like hunting with a rabbit.
Yes, we know. We're not saying that this is a good plan, but can you think of groups that would try this?
No,
in the
I can't
old
think
country. What kind of fae or person or who went on this wild hunt?
She leans down and kind of pinches the bridge of her nose with her fingers and takes a deep breath and comes back and in sort of a sing-songy voice is like, the wild hunt is a story for children. It's what you would call a boogeyman. It's used to scare children to make sure that they did their chores, that they listen to their ma and da, that they do everything right and nice. Once upon a time, the wild hunt was known to stalk the land, but those years have not been around for over 500 years. I couldn't tell you because I'm not a student of history and mythology. But once upon a time, what they would do is on special occasions throughout the year, they would find a person that was to be hunted, and they would surround them and hound them, and they would hear the baying of wolves, and they would be run until they died of terror.
Yeah.
I can't think of perhaps a victim of a wild hunt, I suppose, but I can't imagine that any hunt would find anything of use with my sweet Willow.
Yes, well...
Just coming up, since this has come up around him and around his circumstances, we need to eliminate all possibilities. So thank you for telling me the story.
Fine, it's a weird world in which we live in.
It is.
Nick, can I try is there a roll to search this man's drawers?
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
I don't get it. What do you mean? What's in his drawers, Nick?
Did you tag the adult content flag on our stream tonight?
No.
So you can go through the drawers. What are you looking for specifically?
Oh, I'm looking for anything that's similar to this fabric in texture or color. Oh, and I want to put on the cast my spell again. So
okay.
I think that'll put me down.
At this point, you've got all your spell points back. It's been
okay.
a couple of hours.
Okay, so I'll be at 8 to cast that.
Yeah.
And I have to roll spell casting. Okay, I got a 6 to cast a spell.
Okay.
Oh, no, hold on. I rolled the wrong dice again. No, I got a 4. Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. 4 is a success. Going through the drawers, everything like, underwear, socks, shirts, pants, all things like that. Everything's folded neatly and put away in place. Nothing is popping out at you.
Okay, I'm looking for like false bottoms and things wrapped up in a sock or anything that. Yeah, I mean I'm trying to be as thorough as I can without being insulting.
No, I get it. I guess roll notice.
Okay. Let's see. That's a D6 as well. So the green one is the wild die. Wow. That's snake eyes. Okay, I'm gonna spend my second. Have I spent 2 or 3?
You've spent 2.
Okay, so then this is my third one to re-roll the snake eyes. That's like a big bad thing, right? Snake eyes?
It is a critical failure, yes.
Yeah, I don't want that. Oh my god. Well, I got a 1 and a 2 this time. So
okay.
That's how my night's going.
Okay. You don't find anything.
Yep.
No secret drawers. Everything looks like it's folded and put away neatly. There isn't any fabric that seems like it's the same texture. Certainly not the same color as what you're finding there. All in all, it looks like he is a well socialized individual who folds his clothes and puts them away after they come out of the dryer and whatnot.
Okay.
it's not wrinkled or anything like that. You go through the closet and, his shirts are hung up and, he's got some more formal stuff there, but nothing sticks out at you. Nothing seems like it is out of place for any of that. You are not noticing anything in the magical spectrum through any of his clothes. You do see that there is a... you can't see it fully. You can see that there's some sort of a glow or an aura, but there is something for Brigid about her chest. Like if she was wearing a necklace or something that her shirt covered up, you can tell that there's something under there that's glowing, but not what it is or anything of that nature.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just turn back from the dresser and just ask her, like, do you have a particular charm on? Do you mind if I ask what it is you're wearing?
Do you mind if I ask why you're wearing mascara? Or eyeshadow? Why you're wearing eyeshadow?
Why?
You started looking through my husband's clothes and then you put on makeup?
Well, yeah, this is to help me see into the arcane.
Yeah. This is all standard operating procedure.
I wear a charm, yeah. It's a charm of protection.
Oh.
And I'll thank you not to ask me to pull it out of my shirt.
No, I wouldn't intrude on you in that way. I impose on you. I just noticed, is all. But where I'm from, asking about a charm is similar to asking about your hairstyle, and I apologize if I've trod on your sensibilities. That was not my intention.
Where did you get that from? The print?
Her charm, or
The charm.
it was a gift from my father, if you must know. But I don't see what that has to do with Willem.
It's
right.
probably unrelated. I apologize. I'm curious by nature.
Frankly, I'm starting to doubt my payments to your organization. If this is what I'm getting out of it, maybe I should have gone to They in Gray.
No, you should not have. Then we're going to be as thorough as possible. We're just trying to get all of the information we need.
If you're done rummaging through my husband's clothes, do you mind? So you've asked me a bunch of questions about dogs, and you've asked me about trash in the empty lot, and you've gone through my husband's clothes. What do you have for me so far? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm very impressed that you've come back to me in 2 hours in order to ask me a bunch of questions about fairy stories. But what do you have on the ways of finding my husband?
Well, we're following every lead we can find. We know that he had out of character. Did he have an argument with somebody at the bar?
Again, just these two guys came in and embraced him.
So the night of, there were a couple of guys who came in, talked to him at the piano for a little bit. There didn't seem to be a heated argument or a confrontation. Like he, shook them off a couple of times, and then they left, and then he left later that night. And anyone who asked about him, he said, it's nothing happened. There's just some guys who wanted to know about the music or and things like that. So nothing really. There was no obvious altercation.
Okay. So what we know so far is that he spoke with a couple of strangers to him and to everyone at the bar the night that he disappeared. We know that he left to walk home that night, and we followed his path as well as we could. A week-old path is not much of one to follow, but we tracked that to the park where we know that he liked to pause and look around and visit, for lack of a better term. So given that and the lack of anything more substantial. We wanted to see if there were any clues here that might indicate he was planning on going somewhere or doing something on his own.
And at least circumstantially, we found a piece of fabric at his piano and matching pieces of fabric on the garbage that you discussed in the park. So there seems to be some relationship to whoever made those statues to potentially whoever was visiting him at the bar.
Right. So now that we've done our due diligence here, we will return to the field and see what we can chase down.
Yep.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for the report. I appreciate you keep me filled in. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit on edge right now.
We understand.
You don't owe us an apology. It's perfectly understandable. We should go.
Yep, let's go.
She watches you leave.
Okay. So, Blythe, we didn't find anything in his drawers. There's nothing.
Wow.
Just rolled up socks.
Yeah, like a Ken doll.
Sounds like he was overcompensating for something.
Probably.
You know what? I will give you this. Based off of what you saw of like the shirts and the trousers and such like, because there were some that were hanging up, which would have given you a better idea of size.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Willem is quite large. He's taller than Analia. He's very broad. Like you would say, like looking at his looking at the size of a dress shirt that you had on a hanger there, like bodybuilder type size. Like he is.
But like 6'6" kind of height, or bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Like yeah. Sure. He's 6'6".
Okay.
And
Analia's 6'3".
and like and muscular probably. Mm-hmm. I mean, it could all be fat. You don't know, but like the side, thick. Just the he's thick.
Yeah.
Big guy. All right. Well, we'll get out of her hair. And did we pay attention on the distance between here and the park?
Yeah, it's about 2 miles.
Because somehow or other he wound up here in bed.
Wait, what?
Somehow or other, he wound up. Well, he went missing. Started from the bar.
And didn't make it home that night.
Didn't make it home.
Let's cover the rest of the distance from here to the park. We walked from the bar to the park. Let's walk from here to the park.
Let's do that.
And just see what that path looks like.
Sounds good to me.
Terrific.
Okay. It's starting to get a little bit dark. On there, the sun's going down, so you are looking at not exactly what it was like during when he would be walking home, but you're getting a sense of what the lighting situation would be like here. Mm-hmm. You have a couple of different routes you could go because it's not a straight shot, so it's over and up and over a couple of blocks. So you could. You could do an L, you could kind of zigzag through things. There's a couple of different routes you could have taken.
Should we split up and meet at the park?
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's each take a route.
Which route is most likely to go by the park?
Well,
I'm assuming like from the park.
Okay.
From the park, you could go north. You could keep going west.
Oh, I see.
Go northwest, northwest. You could go all the way west, then north, all the way north, then west. Like that is what I'm saying.
Analia's just gonna be like, I don't know if splitting up at night is a good idea.
Okay.
I am not a fighter.
Okay.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
Well, yes. we should stay with Benton.
All right, then let's stay together, and let's pick the most reasonable route.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are going to walk back from the...
Yep. Trace the rest of the steps just in case
we
he
can-
made it to the park and carried on and was taken somewhere after the park.
Okay.
We could also walk. We have to walk back to our car, so we can take a different route back
Mm-hmm.
to examine another route.
Okay.
We're great investigators, y'all.
Aces. Top of our game.
Yep. Yeah.
Know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. I'm looking at my character sheet here. Like, what am I good at?
I forgot the one skill I wanted her to be good at, so oops.
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
Okay, so you guys walk around for a bit and sort of take like assuming that he sticks to major roads.
Mm-hmm.
Walk down the pathway. There's a fair amount of foot traffic that's going back and forth into different locales. Obviously there's some eateries, there's some stores, there's some office type buildings, there's some apartment type buildings. Nothing is really screaming out for you as being more or less a good path or approach. But I would like everyone to make a notice roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Any pluses or minuses on this one?
Nope, just straight roll.
That's also D6. Yeah.
Ooh, I got a 6.
Oh, I got a
Yay.
6 too.
I got double sixes.
Ace.
Okay, well I didn't get double sixes,
I
but I
got
got a
another
6.
Oh no, that's an 18.
Oh,
No,
yeah?
Jason,
That's a
stop
20.
it.
Natural 20. And
You're
a
too
10.
powerful.
Holy cannoli.
I see everything. Why couldn't
You're
it be on
suddenly
this?
aware it's just a game that people are playing.
Yeah. What if there's no Fae and it's actually people behind a computer?
I got an 8.
Okay. And how'd you do, Jay? Or how did Benton do?
You see, I got a 10.
Okay. So you walk back to the park and then you start walking back to the car. And about halfway through the walk back to the car, Silas, you immediately pick out that there is somebody who is following you. He is doing a good job staying sort of out of your sight. Like it's pretty clear that this guy is talented at remaining hidden from sight and kind of slinking around. But your deeply honed investigator instincts keep catching this guy out of the reflected in glass or ducking behind something when you turn around. But he is definitely following you and has been for about since you left the park, going back to going back to the car on there. So you're about at the midpoint in between the park and the car, and you are 100% sure that this guy is tailing you.
Okay. Is
The-
he far enough back that we could speak quietly and probably can't hear us?
Yeah, you can absolutely tell that.
Okay.
Analia and Benton, you two also notice this guy following you, but not quite as sure. Like it's still in the realm of, is this guy really following me, or is this just he happens to be going the same route that we are on there?
Okay, friends. Don't look back. but I'm sure you've noticed our tail.
Yeah. Are you sure? Is he following us?
Absolutely. He went way out of his way 1 block back, and it looks ridiculous.
How did you notice that?
I picked up on it. I'm nervous by nature.
I mean, fair.
I am inclined to find out why he's following us.
We should definitely find out why he's following
Well, we just
us.
gotta be careful because, like, what if he's dangerous?
Yes, but we too are dangerous in our own ways.
Exactly. I say we make a sharp turn
y'all.
down the nearest alley.
We should be very careful here.
What if I were to take off running? And he may give chase and run past the two of you or make some sort of mistake.
That
And then
seems
Benton tackles
dangerous.
him.
I say we turn down an alley and lure him off the street and confront him.
Ooh, I'm stealthy. I can hide.
Yeah.
I
See,
could
that's, yeah.
probably hop up to a fire escape as well. And we could spread out once we're in the alleyway.
Yeah.
That sounds like a plan.
Let's try that.
Surround him.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay. So you guys are going to duck into an alley. The two of you are going to hide, and Silas is going to jump up on a fire escape to be out of vision.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a couple of stealth checks.
I have a D4 in that.
Yeah, everyone give me a stealth check.
Stealth check.
I
only have...
This die that rolled a 20 has been upgraded to my wild die. You're a good boy.
Woohoo! Another 6.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 10.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use a Benny.
Okay.
What am I doing? I have these.
I got a 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Silas.
Okay, I got a 10.
I'm sorry, not Silas. Benton, a 10. Cool. Okay, so 10, 4, and 4?
I got a 4, yeah.
Yeah, a 4 and a 10.
Okay. Benton, you're trained in battle, right?
Hold on. Yes, yep. I got 1 advance in battle.
Okay. Give me a battle test for crafting this ambush.
Is that the same as fighting?
No.
Oh, that's a different thing.
Yeah. Fighting is the actual hitting people. Battle is the planning and strategy aspect.
Oh. Okay.
Whoa! That's another 6. That's a 7.
Okay, great. So you're able to take a look at this alleyway and figure out where sort of the best places are for everybody to hide.
Cool.
Silas, you jump up on a fire escape, and you're able to kind of crouch down such that the angle it would be very difficult to see you.
Find a bag of garbage.
Okay, and bring it up there with you?
No, people put it out on their fire escapes before they drop it down.
Okay, yeah, of course they do. So you're hiding next to a bag of garbage up on a fire escape.
Yep.
Analia, where do you figure that you're setting up? And Benton, where do you figure you're setting up here?
And Analia is gonna try and go from like basically be the. So like when he walks in, she wants to come out from behind him.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
So you're sort of just like in kind of like a door jam or something right behind him. So you're gonna block his escape if he comes on in. Okay. And
so my slick move here is, so I let them, so we come up to our little alley. I let them go ahead. I sort of like lag behind. I'm checking my watch, not paying attention to the guy. And then I step into the alley after them. take 5-10 steps and turn around and just wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. So you guys get set up, and let's see. That was a success.
I do want to make a note that I got up there bounding like a goat. I did.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's what the legs.
I just wanted to make sure that was in the scene.
Does
Yeah,
Silas
no.
crave the mineral?
Yeah.
It was definitely in how I pictured it, and I didn't get that reference. So,
That's okay.
all right, next time.
I'm only a little salty about it.
It's why goats climb up high, because they want to lick the rocks.
Oh,
With
okay.
The
Yeah.
salt. So it was
Yeah.
an extra pun with the salty.
Yep.
Gotcha. From
Wow.
context clues, I'd assume that's what it was, but it's
Yikes.
nice to have confirmation. You guys get set, and the guy following you, he's just a little under 6 feet,
Mhm.
and you all got a fairly decent look at him. He's got kind of slick back hair that is probably receding, or it's like a receding hairline, slick straight back, and is wearing like a denim jacket over,
Mhm.
but the clothes that he's wearing underneath him are basically skin tight. On there, so really tight pants, really tight shirt,
Mm.
and then like this jacket that goes over all of it, and he kind of walks by and looks over and sees you, and Ben, you're just standing in the middle of the alley. Did I understand that right?
Sorry.
Oh, Benton, you're standing in the middle of the alley.
Yep, in the middle of the alley.
Okay, so he walks by and starts to turn into the alley as well, and as he sees you, stops that one step in and pivots and does kind of like a fast walk, continuing up the block.
Oh no, I'm running right after
Oh,
him.
yeah. Wasn't Analia there to block him?
Yeah. So I pop out. The second he walks in, my idea was I was going to pop out from behind him. So that
Okay.
if he turned around, I was there.
Boom.
Okay. Then I think now is a great time for us to do initiative
Oh, good.
and find out how that goes.
I
find
don't
out.
like this.
And I had this with me all day long, and now I can't find it. Does anyone happen to have a deck of cards handy?
Oh.
I can grab one in just a second, but I do not.
Not regular cards, no. Wait.
Not at the ready.
No.
Okay.
Also, I like that he is objectively
do.
short compared to
I
at
do
least
have a
two
deck of
us.
cards. I have regular cards. Hold on.
Excellent. Thank you. I've had 2 decks of cards sitting on my desk for the past week, waiting for initiative, and now I can't find them.
Of course.
I
Okay.
also ran over my cord, so give me a moment.
Oh, whoopsie.
Oh no.
Where the hell did I
Cue
put
the
that?
Benny Hill theme.
Yeah.
Just
Okay, so Jason, what I need you to do is shuffle the deck of cards with jokers. For anyone that knows me, the fact that I don't have a deck of cards within arm's reach is frankly stunning. Oh, there it is.
Are you Gambit?
No, but had I had any chance of pulling off that accent, I 100% would have been, at least as a cosplayer.
Well, let
Well,
me...
and wasn't chunky. That's always been my my feeling is that no one wants a fat Gambit.
Oh, that's not true. Every body type is valid.
Yep.
That's right.
Be
I
the
know that-
gambit you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that now, but I'm saying like,
as a kid,
growing
yeah,
up,
that's harder.
it was very much a difficult feeling.
I'll beat him up.
Yeah.
I'm not strong, but I'll beat him up.
Okay, so Savage Worlds uses a deck of cards to do initiative. So
Wow.
what I'm going to have Jason do, since I made him get that cards and shuffle them all up, he's going to deal a card to every person, and then we will count down with those cards in order from ace down to 2.
Are they a secret, or can everyone know
Nope,
everyone's card?
everyone should. Everyone should know.
So I could just like deal it face
Yeah,
up.
and
for
just
everyone.
just announce them and do that.
Okay.
Now, because there are multiples of the same number in a deck, if we come up with like 2 kings or 2 8s, it does go in suit order in order to determine what happens. The deck of cards is also used for a couple of other mechanics as well, but primarily it's a way of doing the initiative. Now, if a joker comes up for anybody, the Joker does a couple of things. Whoever gets that card can act at any time during the round, including before anybody else, before an opponent, with no check. They all get.
Sorry, that was right.
That's okay. It wasn't too bad. They get +2 to all of their actions and to damage that turn. And everybody on the side that drew the Joker also gets a Benny.
Oh, nice.
Now, remember, those things apply to me too. So if I get a Joker, I get those bonuses, I get the Benny. But if your side gets it, congratulations and mazel tov.
All right. I like it.
So yeah, go ahead and deal 4 cards for initiative.
Okay. So do you want to say who's are who's? Like the first card is for Blythe?
Sure.
Okay. And it's the Queen of Hearts.
Ooh.
Queen of Hearts.
Fancy.
Excellent.
Playing with the Queen of Hearts.
What's that? 5 of spades
5 of
for
spades.
Jay.
Okay.
For me is the 10 of hearts and 10 of clubs for your mans.
Okay. 10 of clubs, and we will do that every turn. And when the other thing that the Joker does is it resets the deck. So when a Joker comes up, the cards get shuffled again.
Oh, so don't shuffle these back in.
Don't shuffle those back in.
Okay, copy that. I'll put them over here so I don't do that by accident.
So it looks like Queen of Hearts is first.
Ooh. Okay, so I've popped out from behind him. He's turning to run.
Yeah. So he hasn't gone. He hasn't gone yet, but he looks like he is going to turn tail and leave. So the other thing is that for actions in Savage Worlds, there are free actions, which you can do as many as makes sense. So you can talk, you can ready a weapon, you can do that up to twice per turn. There are movement actions, or there's movement rather, and you can feel free to move your regular pace, which should be 6 for everybody, I believe, with no penalty.
Oh yeah, I have some movement bonuses.
I think Leaper gives you extra movement, but I don't think you have.
Yeah, my pace is still 6. Yeah, you're right.
Pace is still 6. Okay.
Leaper, the knockoff version of Jumper.
Yeah. What a great film.
Yeah, it's what it was titled in all of the other countries.
Oh, and don't forget Looper.
Right.
Not to be confused with either of these.
Very different.
Very different.
Yeah, it was a movie about the guy who looks at jewels with like the tiny little the tiny little magnifying glass.
Yeah, the
right?
superhero who can assess the value of a gem.
Yep.
Classic story.
Fantastic. I loved it. Even better than the book.
Yep.
They made 4 of them.
The other thing that you can do is you can take up to 3 actions per turn. But the more actions that you take, if you take more than 1 action, you have a penalty to all of the actions that you perform during the turn. So, for example, you could ready a weapon, you could move, and then you could attack with a weapon, and then ready a different weapon and attack again. And you would end up having a penalty to those 2 attack rolls. The movement and the free actions wouldn't cost you anything, unless you try and do extended movement, which is called running. And running itself doesn't take a penalty, but it does incur a penalty to other actions you take during that turn. But in general, any action that you take beyond the first one is going to impose a -2 penalty to all actions taken, and that's cumulative. So if you take 2 actions, both actions are going to be at -2. You take 3 actions, all 3 actions will be at -4. So you can do a lot of things, but because you're trying to do a lot of things all at once, you're not going to be great at it for the most part. So with that in mind, Blythe, how many actions are you going to take?
I'm going to get ready, basically position myself behind him, get my backpack ready, and get my bolts, my fire bolts ready.
Okay.
It's basically just like, and make myself like, yeah. So get there, get ready with my little
Yeah.
little.
Ooh. That is strange. Blythe, sorry, we had to mute you because you're getting some sort of weird... Yeah, you're being looped. That's very strange.
Oh, it's the supervillain from Looper.
Wow.
It really is. All right, I'm gonna try and unmute you again and see what happens. Oh my god, that's a nightmare.
Oh no.
Blythe, let's have
Hold
you...
on, everyone. We have some technical difficulties. We're going to get this straightened out.
Yeah. Blythe, let's have you disconnect from the call and rejoin. Your audio is like stuck in a loop. Oh, okay. So sorry, Blythe can't hear us either.
Are you typing it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for joining us, everyone. This is part of the joys of internet gaming. Oh, is she not able to see that too?
I don't know. Maybe not. I'll message in Slack.
Yeah, I'll try that too.
Oh no, she saw the message. Okay.
Okay. All right, we're gonna have Blythe rejoin us here for just a moment.
Just take a pause.
And then I bet I'm going to have to swap their cameras around. Blythe and Jay.
Let's find out.
Super fun.
Technical problems.
My little.
Oh my god. How is this possible? Okay.
It's so wild.
So do we maybe have to end it and restart?
Yeah. I'm gonna redo the call.
Okay. Bear with us here, and I apologize to anybody who's trying to listen to this. Please
we'll be
join
right
us
back
for part 2.
Let's. Nick, jot down 221 as a marker, and maybe Stu can clean this a bit.
Stitch it together or something. Yeah. Okay, 221.
All right. Be right back. I'll just leave the stream going. It's just our Zoom thing that we have to reset. All right, so we're just waiting for the folks to rejoin the call. Okay, we're joining. You can see the top of my head in one window and my goatee in the other.
Hello.
Yeah. Welcome back, Jay.
It's good to be back. Oh.
I'm enjoying myself right now. So audience, I know Blythe couldn't hear what was happening. Did everyone else hear the? Oh my god! What? It's so bizarre.
So wild.
It's still happening.
Oh, I don't. Oh, because it's muted here.
Yeah. This is the most bizarre phenomenon. Yeah.
Then this isn't ideal, but maybe this is the cliffhanger. Guy comes around the corner.
We can, unless we want to try having Blythe reboot, maybe. Yeah.
Let's try that real quick, and then we'll see.
Okay, Blythe, can you hear us?
Not,
or do you need? No, she can't hear us. Okay.
Yeah.
No, she can't hear.
Okay.
I'll let Jason hear.
Yeah. Yes.
No, is she roboting?
Oh.
Not rebooting.
Oh yeah. Whoops. Oh boy. Thank you everyone for joining us live in this. It's so bizarre.
All right.
How bizarre.
You see what happens.
How bizarre. How bizarre.
Okay, now Jay and I can be normal Windows, and Nick is the strange one.
Story of my life. Oh, okay.
That is so strange. I don't understand how this is possible. I can't even think of like a troubleshooting. This is extremely weird.
I mean, it's like the fairies don't want us to continue on with this game.
Yeah.
The ones who invented the internet.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even think of a fix. This is like.
Well, if we've restarted the Zoom call and we've rebooted Blythe's machine, the only other thing I can think of is maybe rebooting your machine, but that kills us entirely, right?
Yeah. I mean, I could quit all the way out of Zoom. It has to be Zoom, right? Because if we mute Zoom, then it's fine. Yeah. No. Okay. So
I apologize. I'm sorry. It just makes me laugh every time.
It's okay. I'm gonna reboot all of Zoom. Yeah.
Hold on, bud.
All right. So I'm gonna hang up the call again.
Okay.
All right.
And oh, good. I bet you all can hear me too, huh? So I'll just narrate this as we're getting ready. So I'm resetting up the call. I'm messaging everybody in our Slack as well, so they know what to do. And this is going to be very good. Alrighty, and we're just gonna get this. All right, let's try and set this up again. Okay. I am the host now.
Look at me.
Yep.
Look at me.
Yes.
I am the host now.
All right. I can hear you. Why? What is happening? Okay, I think Nick might be right that we have to. This is wild. That is one of the strangest
I've never
bugs I've ever seen.
It's really bizarre.
I mean, it's incredible. This is just so truly strange. I don't even have a theory.
Yeah, I've never seen this happen with Zoom in any way.
Let's see. Oh, I wonder if she has like a voice sound compressor or anything. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Let's get Nick back in here. Wow, this is... Hey.
Okay.
Yep. No, we had Blythe back for a second. Let's see. Oh.
Say something, Blythe?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I have to give you, you know what? I'm giving you a Benny, which is totally bizarre, but simply because you didn't, which I would have gone, my little.
That's because she's a better person than you, Nick.
Yes, obviously.
So I didn't know what was happening. Suddenly,
Neither did we.
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh.
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear it. I
my
couldn't
God.
hear anything. And
So you just saw us freaking out for no reason.
yeah, I kept being muted. I was like, "What's going on? Like, is this?" But then suddenly I couldn't hear y'all, and then
You were muted for inappropriate language.
Yeah.
I was like, "What is?" So I didn't hear what happened.
Okay.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, you have to go back and watch the VOD because there's just this wild sound effect happening.
It's so insane.
All I did was unplug my headset.
That's
Okay.
so strange.
Well, something.
Okay. So should we try and get through some of this fight?
Yeah, absolutely. So you step behind the guy, and it sounds like you wanted to kind of interrupt him if he did anything. Is that correct?
Yeah, I wanted to ready myself and my weapon to basically be like, if you come this way, I'm going to stop you.
Okay. So what you're doing is called going on hold.
Okay.
And it means that you're essentially holding your action until something happens that you want to interject yourself back into the scene. If you want to try and beat your opponent, so if it gets to your opponent's turn and you still haven't acted and you want to act right before he does, we'll have a contested agility roll to see who goes first.
Okay.
But other than that, at any time you can go, oh, now I want to go ahead and do a thing or not. The other thing is that you can do things in the game that are not specifically attacks if you want. Like you can try and trip someone or throw sand in their face or taunt them and get them angry or something like that. These are all called tricks. And you sort of describe what you're going to do we figure out what the applicable skill or attribute is for it, and then find out what happens from there. And Trix can apply status effects to an opponent, but you don't have to use those as well. Of course, we can just also fight or run or do whatever on there. So you're readying your action. The next one I have here then is Jason at 10 of Hearts.
Yeah, so we don't have a sense of what this guy is going to do. Like, is he poised to fight? Is he like about to throw a punch? Like, is there any lead?
Since I had already kind of described it, he looks like he is going to flee.
Oh, okay.
Like, he took a step into the alley, saw that there was someone waiting for it, and he immediately turned like he was going to go the other direction.
Okay. Well, I don't want him to get away.
Tall demon lady.
What'd you say?
When he didn't count on tall demon lady.
Oh, right.
No one ever does.
Well, I'm gonna do the bad idea. I'm gonna jump onto him like Mario, and
Oh, excellent.
my battle cry is hoof and mouth. But with Leaper, I get a +4 instead of a +2 for a wild attack,
Yep.
and I don't know what that means.
Okay, let me double check. I'm pretty sure what a wild attack does is you're attacking all out, which means you
Right.
do not defend.
Yeah.
But let me do a quick look up on that because I'm not totally familiar with it.
And while you're looking that up, is it valid for me to say, like, I'm not trying to murder him? Like, I want to knock him down or knock him out. I'm not trying to, like, split his head open. Is that
Sure.
possible when I...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay. So a wild attack would normally add +2 to a character's fighting attacks and the resulting damage rolls, but you're more vulnerable until the end of next turn. So that means until the end of the following turn, you everything is at a +2 for attacking for attacking and damaging.
Okay.
You're trading a +4 now for until the end of your next turn being at a penalty.
What would happen if I wanted to cast a spell and do a wild attack? Is that 2 actions?
Normally, yes, it would be. When you are jumping down with the intent to attack him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd cast a spell and make the attack, or vice versa, whichever way you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those things would be at -2. So with your enhanced wild attack, you'd still be at +2, but your spellcast would be at a -2.
Okay. That's okay. I have to walk this back a little bit and be in character. Silas is not a like assassin from the shadows. He's more of a what we do in the shadows. So instead, I'm going to just cast protection on Analia, if that's okay with Blythe.
I would appreciate that
Okay.
because I think it helps.
Cool. And per my usual rule, you made me laugh, so grab a Benny for what we do in the shadows.
I'll take it. I need it.
Yeah.
So protection will create a field of energy or armor, and you'll have 2 points of armor or +4 if I get a raise. So, yeah. Okay. Spellcast. Ta-da. Just 4s. I got 2 4s, but that's all I got. So no raise. But yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay. So Blythe has 2 armor from your protection spell.
Yeah. And
Okay.
we're supposed to have some trappings around that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think what happens is I have I take a firefly out of my like front pocket, There's fireflies in there. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And I just
Live
like
fireflies.
flick it, and it buzzes to fly down, and its glow kind of like the firefly disappears as the glow envelops. It's actually probably bad because it's that like off yellow green firefly glow over your bright red skin.
Nice.
Oh,
It's a bad
that's
lighting.
That's clashy.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I just like flick a firefly down there, and by the time it gets there, its glow expands, and the actual firefly is gone. Sorry, firefly.
Okay.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Thank you for your service.
Service.
Firefly.
Yeah. Jason, are all of your spells require components?
I don't know.
Is that part of the trappings?
Yeah, I think so. I think I have like some stuff. Like there's like a little. I'm trying to think of all like fairy appropriate stuff. But yeah.
Okay, so we don't need to necessarily discuss it right now. But is this a sort of a situation where if you don't have any of your components or things that are close enough to kind of replicate that situation, you can't cast spells? Is that how you envision it?
Yeah, we talked about that last time. I'm pretty comfortable with that. Where
Okay.
yeah, like even if my hands were tied, like I have to be able to get this thing out of my pocket with intention, and I imbue it with magic. But yeah, I need the trick of it to
Excellent.
to make that work.
Okay, so Analia, you have 2 points of armor. Armor just essentially adds to the number that I need on your toughness, unless I'm making some sort of an attack that is armor piercing.
Okay.
But in essence, you can just tell me when I go, hey, what's your toughness? Just add those to armor.
Right.
I'll let you know if I'm negating any of it or anything.
Okay.
And I'm also announcing that for audience and everyone else.
The magic word for this spell is to find serenity.
Serenity now.
Because of course it is.
Yeah.
Firefly like a
No.
leaf on the wind.
Yeah. No, that's not what you want. You don't want that.
No, you don't want that.
That is it's what we call the critical fail version of the spell.
Yeah, that turned
A
out
spear
real
immediately
bad.
shoots out of nowhere and impales you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say serenity or find serenity,
Yeah.
and firefly flicks out and surrounds Analia in a greenish yellow firefly glow of protection. Do you want to move or ready anything or do any other free actions?
No, we had talked at one point about me having a gun, but I didn't take the shooting skill, and it feels weird to have a gun. Although I do want to lament the fact that I spent like 2 separate advances getting more spells, and none of them are offensive spells. I don't have a firebolt. I don't know, but this is the kind of person I am. So.
Kind of great.
So
Cool.
Yeah, I'll just do that, and then like I'm just watching from above as like, oh god, what are we gonna do?
Okay.
Yeah, not a fighter.
On 10 of clubs, my NPC spins and is gonna try and run past Analia.
Okay.
So, do you want to try and interrupt me before I run away?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna do an opposed agility check
Okay.
to determine who goes first here.
Oh, okay.
So let me get my stats. Excuse me while I look this up.
Does Analia already have armor or like tough skin or anything like that?
No. She is not a fighter.
Yeah, we're a good team for this.
Great. She just she relies on looking scary more often than not. Even though she doesn't dress scary or anything, but oh, okay.
All right. So what did you get?
I got a 5.
Okay. My roll is better than a 5. Do you want to spend a Bennett?
Yep. actually, after. Ooh. Okay.
Well, it sounds,
Okay.
sounds like an ace.
Sounds like 2 aces.
13.
What?
A 13.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that is greater than mine.
Lucky number 13.
Nice.
It was actually
Do
my-
I want to spend a Benny? I rolled a 7, so no. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you can act first. This guy is gonna book it.
So, she's gonna poise herself basically to trip him and then sit on top of him.
Okay,
So, knock him over and then make sure he can't get up easily.
got it. So less of a trip and more of a tackle.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
All right. So that's going to be a fighting roll.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll your fighting plus your wild die. And the number you're looking for is let's change that a little bit. You're looking for a 6.
I'm gonna reroll. Because Benny's restart every round anyway, or every game anyways.
Yep.
Use them or lose them.
God.
I think you have like at least 6 tonight, right?
Wow.
I had 5, spent 1 earlier, and then you gave me another, and then I had 5 again, and now
Okay.
I've got 2. I'm trying to decide. I feel like it's worth. Can I spend another, or am I done?
Oh, yep. You can spend bennies as long as you have them.
I'll do 1 more. Okay, well that one. Oh yeah. Okay, that's a 15.
That is a lot more than a 6. That's in fact with a raise. So the raise is I was going to ask for a raise for you to be able to knock him down as part of that as well. So I need you to roll damage for me.
Oh. How
Um,
do I do that?
so you're going to roll whatever your strength score is.
Do I still roll a wild die with it?
No, damage doesn't have a wild die. It's just straight ability. It's just straight damage roll.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
Okay.
A lot of damage. Which is good because she doesn't really want to hurt him. She just wants him to stop from running.
Okay. What I'll do for this is you and correct me if this description doesn't work for you, but he goes to run and sort of as he lifts a foot, you give a well-timed shove and knock him down. He's not winded or out of breath. He's not shaken, the condition shaken or hurt at all, but you have knocked him prone.
Yeah. So yeah, as he's turning, she just kind of goes, like, no, not allowed
Okay.
to leave.
And then did you want to do anything to like stop him from getting up and running away, put your foot on his chest, or
Yeah.
stand over him, or be
She's gonna come stand
intimidating?
Yeah, she's gonna come stand and put her foot on him.
Okay.
Just-
So you push him over and then stand with your foot on him, and he struggles and he tries to kind of get up, but you've got weight on him. And hey, what's the big idea? I'm walking here, and then suddenly you guys are all knocking me over. Can't a guy just take a walk in peace around this town? Oh, come on. Let me go.
You were following us.
I ain't following nobody. What are you talking about?
We all saw you.
Ben, do you want to take an action here?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna, hoist him up by his collar, slam him against the wall, and intimidate the crap out of this guy.
Oh, excellent. Let's give that a. Let's make this a. Let's just make this a strength check.
Strength check. Okay.
Yeah, and if you do really well, I'm going to give you a bonus to the intimidation.
Awesome. I feel I get a bonus to intimidation checks. Let me just double check what works here. I know I lose a bunch of stuff to my persuasion checks.
Yeah, I don't think we did any sort of bonus for your intimidation.
No, I guess not. All right, cool. So it's just straight up strength check with the wild die, right? Or just alone?
Yeah, the attack itself is, or the rolling the skill check is with the wild die.
See, that's a 5. And do 3s explode?
Only on a D3. Do you have a skill at a D3?
No.
Or a D3 wild die?
Yeah.
Then no. But you're able to pick him up. I assume Analia will let you will move her foot so you can do that. No bonus to your intimidation check, but you do grab him by the jacket and thrust him up against the alley wall. So give me that check.
There's that. I'm going to spend a Benny and re-roll that.
Okay.
I'm going to spend a second Benny with my 3 to re-roll that. And I'm going to spend my third Benny while I'm going.
Boy.
These have been terrible rolls.
Third time's a charm.
It is not. No, that's a 3.
Okay, so you grab him and you slam him up against the wall. And what are you saying anything? Or are you just trying to get him to stare?
Tell us the truth. Don't lie to me.
Okay.
You know, tell me the truth. We all know. We know. Stop lying. Who are you working for?
Hey, I'm not working for anybody. I'm just a guy out here walking. Jason, would you deal us a new set of initiative?
Jason, we couldn't hear you. Who is that for?
Blythe, 4 of hearts.
Blythe, 4 of hearts.
And Jay, you've got the 6 of hearts.
6 of hearts.
Cool.
Sorry, and my camera is reversed, but I'll still show it. And for me is the 8 of hearts.
8 of hearts.
These are shuffled, I swear.
Well, we'll see if I get the 10 of hearts.
And Nick, no, 8 of spades.
Okay.
The knockoff cover version of
8 of spades. 8 of spades.
So I actually am going to go first on that, since when the numbers tie, it goes in reverse alphabetical order, or card suit rank if you're more familiar with cards. I'm going to count this as a grapple. And what we're going to do is have a contested roll.
Ooh.
It's not really a full grapple because we're not entangled or anything, but that's fine. I will go ahead and... so you're trying to hold on to him, Benton, so I need you to make a strength check here.
Strength check? Cool.
Yep. I am going to Benny that.
1s don't explode, correct.
They explode negatively, so continue rolling that 1. And I'm just going to
subtract whatever comes next.
Yeah. Nope. So that's a 2.
Okay. I got 5s on there.
Oh.
Actually only 3 because I'm doing 2 things. He wriggles out of the jacket that you're holding onto him and drops to the ground, and suddenly the clothing and the skin and everything that you see on him blurs and takes on the texture and colors of the wall behind him.
Oh.
And he is becoming very, very difficult to see. And now he's going to run away.
Well, you little bastard.
Damn it.
And Benton, why don't you give me a notice roll while I do that?
Notice roll.
Yeah. Now, I am going to be leaving your area of your zone of control, and then again leaving Analia's zone of control. So you guys are going to get a free attack on me as I run by.
My notice roll was a 9.
Was a 9. Okay, I will get to what that meant in just a moment.
Free attack.
Do you want to make? Yeah. The attack, however, is going to be at a for you. It's going to be at a -2 because you were still right next to him when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Analia, you can make an attack roll against this guy at a -4.
-4.
Yeah, because you're another couple steps away, and he's suddenly very difficult to see.
All right, so I'm just going to try to slam him back into the wall. So another strength check.
Give me a fighting roll because you're actually trying to attack him here.
Cool, fighting roll.
Because he's broken. Yeah, he's broken free of being held.
It's a 4.
Okay. 4 is not going to be enough to get past his parry. His parry is 6.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh, -4, so 6.
Okay. That will beat his parry, so roll damage.
Oh. Do damage. I rolled a 4. Do I roll again?
Is it a D4 for your strength?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Ooh.
9.
Cool. Okay.
Nice.
That's great. 9 is higher than his toughness of 7, but it's not enough for a raise. So what happens is you're going to inflict a condition on him called stun, and stun means on his until he gets rid of that stunned condition, all he can do are free actions and movement. He cannot attack until he throws that off. So he's still able to defend himself, but you definitely kind of like knock the wind out of him, and he only gets a couple more steps away from you. Now it is Jason, 8 of hearts.
Okay. What is the? Is it 2 actions for me to hop down and then do a spell?
No, the jumping is going to be is going to be part of your movement.
Okay, so yeah, I want to hop down because they're basically on either side of this guy, right?
I'm kind of envisioning them as sort of a triangle because he's gotten a couple steps away from Analia
I was confused. You remember how I had a bunch of my spells set to touch only, but then the ones that cost 1 power point, that didn't work out. So I actually have range on this.
Okay.
So I want to cast Confusion, and what it is who it's directed at. Like, basically, Silas starts singing, and it sounds like he's like 4 or 5 voices coming out of his mouth, and the person that's directed at is that's. It's the too many fairy voices.
Okay. Confusion confounds the target, making him both distracted and vulnerable. If he fails a smarts roll, add a -2 on a raise with the arcane skill roll. Okay, so roll your spell casting, your arcane skill roll.
Yes,
Let me find what my smarts are.
I got a 7. If I spend, I have the 1 Benny that you gave me. Do I have to re-roll both of them?
There's no penalty for re-rolling both of them.
Oh, because I can just keep the best of.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna spend that 1 Benny and re-roll. I have a 7 so far, but I want to raise.
Cool.
Now 7's the best that I got. So, yep,
Okay.
7 on the confusion spell,
All right, so you cast confusion.
and he has to make a smarts roll.
Okay. And I'm assuming it looks like that's just at a regular target of 4, right?
I think so. Yeah, it should have been -2 if I'd gotten that raise, but didn't work out.
Okay. You start singing in multitonal tongues of all these fairy voices, and he kind of gets confused for a minute, but shakes his head and looks like he's gonna throw it off.
Okay. And I'm gonna stay up there for now.
Okay. 6 of hearts. That's Jay.
Awesome. How far away is he?
Just a couple of steps. You'd be able to reach him with your movement.
I'm just gonna try to grab him and slam him back into the ground.
Okay. Make a fighting roll, and again, it is at a minus. Let me track
Still
this.
-2.
Yeah. Let's go at -2. That's fine.
-2. Okay. So that is a 7.
Okay. His parry is 6, so that's successful. And the goal is you're trying to knock him down, not hurt him.
Not particularly well. Knock him to the ground and maybe stun him a little more, so he can stop running. For God's sakes.
Okay. Give me a strength check. Or I'm sorry, roll. Yeah, just my apologies. Roll strength damage, and we'll see if you can crack that toughness.
That's a 1.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. I think I rolled the wrong. No, I did roll the right dice.
Okay. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you slip on your brass knuckles or anything? Doesn't that give you a bonus?
Hold on 1 second.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, let's say I slipped on my brass knuckles.
Okay, so readying a weapon is a free action, so you can go ahead and slip those on, and go ahead and try and hit him that way.
That's strength plus a d4 for damage. So, hold on. There's a better d4 than that. So the strength check plus the d4 that's a 4.
Okay. You can't land a solid hit on him. Partly because it's just really difficult to see exactly where he is.
Yeah.
So you connected, but he doesn't seem to have. It doesn't seem to have affected him.
Didn't slow him down enough. Damn it.
Yeah. And then it goes to 4 of hearts. Analia, it's all you.
All right. Well, so I stunned him.
He's shaken, so he can still move.
but not stirred.
Yes, but he can't attack or take other actions until he throws off Shaken. Now, at the beginning of his next turn, he's going to have the option to roll to remove the Shaken condition.
Okay.
Also, the other thing about Shaken is that if you get another Shaken result on him, that results in a wound for the individual. Now, I will say, you have told me that you're not trying to kill him, so I'm going to assume that any wounds that you do are just to incapacitate, knock him out or something, not, kill a guy.
Yeah, no, they're all like, it's all like just to get him to stop running so we can chat.
Right,
basically.
right. No, I get it.
So you know what? She's gonna sweep the leg and knock him down. That's gonna be what I do.
Okay. So that actually sounds like something that we were talking about, like a trick rather than an attack. Since this is a physical trick, it's going to be a fighting roll,
Okay.
as if it were an attack. But if it succeeds, then what's going to happen is we're going to knock him prone, and we're going to make him distracted or vulnerable. And I'll tell you what those conditions are in just a minute.
I'm using a Benny.
Okay.
I rolled very badly. Where did that dice go?
And this is actually just opposed by his agility. So let me roll that so we know what targets are. I rolled a 9.
Okay, I'm gonna use my final Benny. Oh my god! I just rolled 2 2s in 3 times in a row.
Ooh.
Oh,
That is extremely unlikely.
always
I'm
hurts.
And
sorry.
I just used my last Benny. So
Okay. So even in his shaking condition, he's able to avoid your leg sweep, and still looks like he's probably going to bolt at the first chance. Jason, would you give us another set of initiative?
I would love nothing more than that.
Okay.
Okay. For Blythe, everyone can hear me, right?
yep.
yes.
Okay. For Blythe, we have the backwards. Oh, 2 of hearts. I apologize for that. I feel personally responsible for giving you that.
It's entirely your fault, don't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Jay gets the Queen of Clubs.
Woohoo.
I get the
Good
7 of Diamonds. I do like diamonds.
All right.
And Nick,
They are forever.
you get a 2 of Diamonds.
2 of diamonds.
Aha.
Excellent.
Aha.
So you guys are all going to go before me,
Haha.
which is great. I love that.
Take
I love
that.
that plan. All right. Queen of Clubs. That's Jay.
That's me. Hold on. Let me look at what I've got here. I am gonna try. Hold on. Now I've got my brass knuckles. I've got my brass knuckles on, so I'm gonna just try to like pop him again at like the base of the skull.
Okay. Do you want to try and make a called shot, or do you just want to hit him and the fluff is that you're trying to knock him out at the base of his skull?
What does the called shot do again?
A called shot is going to impose a significant penalty. It's a -4 to the attack roll, but if it succeeds, you're going to add +4 damage to what you do. Now this.
No, I'm just gonna try to hit him.
Okay.
So this is a fighting roll.
Yep.
Let me get a better set here. And I still at the -2?
Yeah, because he's still he's not full predator, but like
Got
he's
it.
very difficult to exactly tell where he is.
So that one with the -2 comes out as a 5.
Okay, that is going to connect, but he's just going to throw that right off. After Queen, it looks like 7 of diamonds. Jason.
Okay, just double checking. I had to pay the PowerPoint even though the spell failed, right?
Correct.
Okay, I did do that. But do either of my friends here, do we have fatigue levels? Is anyone shaken? Is anyone hurt at all?
No, you guys have not taken any conditions.
Okay.
That does remind me, though, what Benton saw on that notice roll.
Oh, yeah?
The gentleman was also wearing a necklace with 3 toes on it.
Oh!
Wait, who was that?
That's Billy!
Billy Three Toes.
Billy Three Toes, that's right, from the bar. That's the guy who followed, that's the guy who knew where Willem went.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, where he knew where the guys who were bothering Willem went.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right, good to know.
Yeah, it occurred to me that that's important for you to know.
Yep. So also double checking, somebody with a high vigor would probably be like this gentleman we're talking about, right? Like he's thick.
He's a thick...
No, actually, this guy is.
No, he's skinny.
He's. I think I said he was about 6 feet tall, but he is skinny.
Oh, okay.
And you realize that he wasn't wearing clothes. That wasn't skin tight clothes. That was just, other than the jacket, that was just a coloration of his skin. He just made it look like he was wearing clothes.
He's like a chameleon. That's
something
horrible.
like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh wait, can I see his heat signature?
You know what? You can. So we should not have implied a penalty to you for your attack rolls. I don't know that made any difference, but
well, it hasn't come up to me yet, so.
Okay. Thank you. I'd forgotten about that edge that you have.
Well, with my stun spell, we did leave the touch requirement on there so that it would only cost 1 power point. So I'm going to hop down there as my movement. Is that do I need to roll anything to hop down?
Nope.
Okay.
We're gonna say this is all within your movement to hop down and touch him.
Yeah, and then is it okay if it's like touch range, but do I have to? Can we? Like I don't have to physically touch him. Is that? Or do you want it to actually be like grab onto him somehow?
I think it has to actually physically touch him.
Okay, that's fine. I was gonna do a thing where I like pull fairy dust and blow it in his face, but I'll just I get some of that like dust out of my pocket and just try to like get into the fight where he hopefully isn't gonna see me and like grab his hand or his neck, like some exposed skin, and hit him with the fairy dust to cast stun. So I have to roll, and then he's going to make a vigor roll, hopefully at a minus. Let's see.
Okay, so what we have to do on this one, what you're going to do is you're going to make a spell roll to cast the spell. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to make a fighting roll in order to tag him.
No, I'm super good at fighting, so.
Well, but because all you're trying to do is touch him, you're going to get a +2.
Okay.
To the fighting roll. Now, that is counteracted by his -2 for his ability.
I don't think we're going to make it to the attack roll.
Okay.
Because I'm out of bennies, 1, and I just rolled snake eyes on a D6 and a D8. So something has gone horribly wrong.
Well, Jason, why don't you tell me what has gone horribly wrong?
What are some good examples of critical fail when casting a spell? Is it like, does the world explode, or what?
The classic example is that there's some sort of backlash that occurs and damages you or damages. If it's a damage type spell, it will hit you or hit
Yeah.
an ally.
Okay.
If it's a healing type spell, it might heal an enemy or it might do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm open to hearing what you think is a bad consequence, and then I will weigh in on whether that's bad enough or too
Well, I
bad.
think like I'm used to having fairy dust on my skin, but like I get it out and it's like there's so much moving around, and I breathe in some of it, and that's not where fairy dust goes. That's in your lungs.
No, because it goes in your nose, not in your.
Yeah,
not in your mouth.
you can snort it, you can eat it, but you can't breathe it into your lungs. That's bad.
Oh, boy.
So
Great.
should I make a vigor roll to resist my stun spell?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Is that how the stun spell works? You
Yeah.
have to make a bigger roll?
You
Okay.
stunned yourself?
Now here's the thing. Do you get a bonus if the spell, does the target have a penalty if the spell would have gotten a raise?
Yes. Yeah, it would be -2 with a raise on the arcane skill roll.
Okay.
Should we count it like a raise?
I'm kind of feeling like we got to count.
I'm not
it.
mad about it. I know what I did. Okay, so my vigor is a D4.
Mm-hmm.
We got this. I'm so sturdy, you guys. I'm the sturdiest fawn. Okay.
Sounds like a kid's book.
So it's a pair of 2s. So that adds up to a 4. So that's
Okay.
that's good, right?
Well, and then you're at -2 on that roll, right? So that's actually a pair of 0s.
Dang. You caught me.
As in from hero to 0.
Yes.
So how would your stun normally affect someone?
Well, they are in like they're seeing like fairy lights, right? Like they're like hearing things and seeing. They're just like super distracted, is how I imagined it.
Okay.
Similar
So-
to, I
so
mean, he
it's-
has the confusion spell too, so I imagine they're. But this is a more like strobe light, like really uncomfortable thing because it's supposed to. It applies the stunned effect. So
Okay. So would it be accurate to say tripping balls?
yeah,
You're tripping balls.
yeah. Especially because
And so-
I like cough. I have to cough really hard because it's in my lungs. Just like it's like
Okay,
like
so-
smeared across my beard. Like there's just glitter everywhere. But it's
Satyr
Whoops.
down. Satyr down.
Note to self: when you're searching for something, typing "tripping balls" into the search bar is not going to get you any results
no,
in the Savage Worlds Adventures edition.
probably not what you were looking for.
Not exactly. No, it's what I was thinking of, but not what I was.
Stunned characters are distracted, fall prone, or to their knees. I don't care if I have to fall over. That's fine. Can't move or take any actions. Don't count toward a gang up bonus, and are subject to the drop. I don't know what the drop is, but
The drop means that anyone who attacks you has an advantage on doing so.
yeah, heck yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I just fall over into another bag of garbage. There's just so many trash bags in here.
Excellent. I love it. Now it is Billy's turn.
Wait,
Did I
I haven't. I don't think I've gone this time because I got the 2 of hearts.
Oh, you did. I'm
Yeah, that
sorry.
should
My
go before
apologies.
you.
We counted down to 2s and I just thought it was me. I apologize. My bad. Yeah, Analia. So the way that your infravision works is that it halves any penalties for it halves any penalties for anyone who can be seen who has a heat signature. So instead of at -2, you're just at -1. But because I imposed the penalty on you erroneously earlier, I'm just gonna negate that for this combat. So go ahead and do your action if you make an attack or need to target him. That's going to be at no penalty.
Okay. Because I don't want to hurt him, so I'm just gonna try it once again to like knock him over.
If you want to use your magic abilities like your bolt or something and define it as being non-damaging, we can do that. I mean, I know it's specifically fire, so we're going to kind of bend our probability for a moment, but I'm willing to go there if you want to use a different attack.
Block the path with it, like set the things in front of him in fire so he can't run anymore.
Well, he's basically right at the mouth of the alley on the street, so there's not really anything flammable.
Got it. He's running that way. Got it. I thought he was running deeper into the alley.
No, because I haven't decided how my burst works. Okay. Oh, but I do have jury rig.
Well, yeah, burst would target everyone in this area, which would be kind of bad because that's like an area effect. Bolt, you could target just the just Billy.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna tackle him.
I'm ducked out of the way, so don't worry about me. I have cover.
Just seeing the lights, man. You're just seeing the lights.
This is incredible.
It's not gonna happen.
Why didn't I do this before?
I got a 3.
Okay, to cast the spell. Oh, I'm sorry, to tackle him. To tackle him. Sorry,
I can't think of how I would cleverly set things on fire that wouldn't also potentially be harmful to this neighborhood. So.
Okay. I could.
Like, we just want to talk. Goes to tackle.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't. I
wish Emily was here.
You know what he says is just like, yeah. I just want to get out of here. And he's going to first. Let me have him try and throw off the shaken. So what is that? Oh, good. I guessed right. All right. He throws off the shaking condition, sort of shakes his head and gets back in the game and goes to run. Benton and Analia, you guys can make one attack. One attack as he moves out of your zone of control each. So some sort of a fighting attack.
All right, I'm gonna try again to just grab him. Like this time, I'm gonna try to like grab him, like hold him. You know.
Okay.
If that's, I don't know, grapple or whatever, but yeah, I want to grab him. That's a 4.
Okay, let me, I just want to make sure that we've got some sort of a thing.
Well.
Okay. So what you're going to need to do is, since you're basically trying to wrap him up, this is, and hold him physically. It's going to be a fighting roll.
Yep.
And you got a 4?
And I got a 4.
Okay. He is able.
-2.
Okay, he's able to fend you off in preparation as he's going.
You didn't need to say all that. Yeah, I got it.
You know, we're just making sure. Analia, do you have an attack or something you'd like to do?
Yes, I do. And I rolled, and I got a 14.
Woo-hoo!
Oh, okay, fantastic.
She's going back to the tackle of like, you followed us. I want to talk.
Okay, so same thing. That's going to beat his parry. So you're going to go ahead and entangle him in essence. So let's see. We're gonna call this. I'm really gonna have to do a better job with these rules if we're going to be grappling all the time. But go ahead and I especially I especially didn't expect this from Analia. But this is going to be you successfully hold him. Yeah, I'm just going to say that you successfully have grappled with him, and he is entangled, but he's going to have an action to try and break free here. Which, of course, those are not in the same place. Post. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. So, okay. I found the actual rules, so let me change that up here. Make a. It's going to be an opposed roll with athletics.
Good.
So go ahead and make an athletics roll with your wild die.
Oh shit. Oh shit. 15.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty clutch. Since I did not roll well enough to stop that. So I am Billy is entangled and bound.
Yes.
Based off of that, because you got a raise on the you got a raise on his contested roll. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So he basically you have him totally wrapped up and not able to move or do anything.
hard same.
And and I think that at that point, do we feel okay with this as a cliffhanger?
Do we? Okay. Yeah.
Like interrogation next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Is it okay if we like get him back to Pembroke? Is that like a thing, or should we do it here? Because I'll go get the car.
I think it's probably going to
should
have
not
to
get the
be
car.
here because I am going to continue to make escape checks,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah, okay.
bound to
Yeah.
be successful at some point.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
that
Yep.
makes sense.
We'll just pick up right here.
Bound and entangled.
Sorry?
He's bound and entangled. He can't bound.
No, I think Silas is going to bound to get the car.
Yeah, I'll bring the car.
Nope. You're not.
Guys, the car has turned into a giant butterfly.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say
it's gonna be way easier to pilot a butterfly. Trust me, that I've done.
Like, I don't know what happened, but your pupils are the size of dinner plates. So no.
I didn't even have pupils before. Now I do. There's like whites in the middle of my eyes.
Yeah. This is all bad. Whatever's
I've
happened
got
here is
inverted
bad.
pupils.
You are.
Well, like, how do you just, instead of dinner plates, what do you describe the big squares that goat eyes would
Oh, God.
would do?
I don't
Dinner
know.
plates.
Okay.
Square dinner plates. I've got square dinner plates. I don't know about you people. I got class, style.
It's come in many shapes.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Fair enough.
It could be like an hors d'oeuvres plate. Those, like the
The oblong.
small bites plate.
Oh, nice. Some tapas.
Yeah.
I could go for some tapas.
Heck yeah. Oh my, I could go for like literally anything at a
Yeah.
restaurant
No, yeah, I agree.
someday.
I had a
party.
joke, but I can't think of it. So yeah, tapas party in the future.
When our country gets its shit together.
Yeah.
Make macarons.
Luck with that.
Ooh.
In any case, so on the scene of our intrepid investigators grappling and able to engage a were chameleon who had been following them, we will fade to credits here at this scene. I do want to welcome everyone. I want to thank everyone for sticking with us, especially through our technical difficulty that occurred. If that ends up being cut out of the podcast and you're listening later, please let me tell you it was hilarious.
Yes, it
and
was.
Also difficult and cost us some game time, which is why we went a little longer tonight.
That was the strangest, most bizarre bug I've ever seen.
Yep. Never seen it before.
I definitely am going to have to think of some way to get that to come back, not physically, but in the game. as a
Blythe,
reference.
go back to the VOD at 2:21 when we log off, and you'll see what we were hearing.
Yeah.
And why
I
we were
legitimately,
cracking up.
Yeah.
all I
But-
know is I took out my headphones.
But I do want to say, everyone, please join us again next Wednesday at 7. We will be back here playing Pembrooke Investigations, and we hope that you join us in our weird little homebrew modern fantasy world. If you want to catch up on this episode, because you just came in right now, maybe you're one of those raiders, or one of our past episodes, like our episode 0 or 1, please join us at happyjacks.org/Pembroke, PEMBROOKE. And you can also find any of our other APs or shows at happyjacks.org/shows. With that, I'm going to go around the table and let everyone have a moment, talk about themselves, and let's start with Jason.
Oh, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, I
Hi.
like to go the opposite way.
Well, first off, I just want to shill for our friend Emily here at EmilyVDW on Twitter. She writes. She's a wizard, a real life wizard, and is like good at everything. So you should check out her stuff. And for me, you can find me on Twitter at It's Probably Okay. That's also the name of my Twitch channel. So I'm here every Wednesday playing this. This coming Sunday is the finale of the Eberron game that we ran, that I was running. And so Wednesdays I'm here. Fridays I play No Man's Sky with Sam DeLev on my channel on Twitch. And Saturday mornings we have the Return to the Spider-Verse Masks game. And we're having a hoot of a time. And we're getting kind of close to the chapter end. So tune in, catch up. Oh, also you could go check out, if you go to my Twitter, you'll see the link to my YouTube. There's like 8 subscribers, so you're not going to find it on a search. But all the past episodes of our Spider-Verse game are there. It's a lot easier to catch up on YouTube. So I got that set up this week. And that's it about me.
Excellent. I think it is Blythe.
Hi, yeah, I'm Blythe. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BlytheKayla93. You can also find me here every Wednesday. Hopefully you'll be able to find me somewhere on Mondays eventually. On Fridays at the Games We Never Play YouTube, I do Tabletopical with Michael Robert Holmes, and we talk about tabletop news. I make YouTube videos on my own channel. That's just my name, Blythe Kayla. I post links about it on my Twitter. It's very silly. It's a lot about Star Wars and recently about Green Day. So yeah, check it out. I hope you like it.
Oh yeah, the Green
times.
Day article was good. I watched that. That's, as a 90s kid, that like nailed it.
Yes.
Excellent. Jay.
Hello. You can find me on the Twitters at jholtham and also on the other various socials if you care to follow me there. And every Friday, you can see the live stream of me and some other excellent folk playing Heliotrope at 12-Sided Stories. So find 12-Sided Stories on the Twitter and on the other boxes. And that's about it right now. Yeah.
Great. Okay. And I am Nick, and you can find me on the social at Sungrowler. I'm not incredibly prolific, but occasionally I'm funny, and sometimes I'm angry, and sometimes I'm shouting into the void. So if that's your cup of tea, please hop on and join me. I'm here every Wednesday hosting my lovely Intrepid Investigators, and no other current streaming shows, but I'm sure that will change in the future. So thank you for joining us. Have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
All right, I'm going to throw us to the calendar. If you want to check it out, you can go to happyjacks.org/schedule and check out our whole lineup. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
If I told you the things I've seen on my ways. If I told you the things I've done in my days, you wouldn't believe me anyway. So it's best I just don't say. I've lived 1,000 lives, I piloted 1,000 souls, I killed and fought and died just for a single